Yerski, what's the word, gang, man? Welcome back to another live stream with your guy, Jim Bros. I ain't even gonna lie, man. Things done went crazy on the No Jumper podcast, bro. Things is going wild, gang. Like, what's going on over there, bro? I heard they fired my boy Suspect. That boy Susgird, man. I heard they let him go, man. They gave him his walking papers, bro. I don't know what's up with that. We got to see what's up, though. I definitely don't never celebrate no man's downfall, bro. That was a good position over there, No Jumper, bro. You know, we clown No Jumper and all of that, but at the end of the day, that man was getting a check to come on the news and talk. To come on, you know what I'm saying? That man was getting a check to pop on stream or pop on an episode and talk and give his opinion. So, we got to get into this, man. I ain't gonna lie. That's the main topic of the day. Hey! Mary in the chat. Hey, girly. What's the word, Mary? How you feeling tonight? Welcome to the chat, girly. You the first person in the chat. You early as hell. I love that. Let me pin that. Like the stream, like Mary said. Like the video on the way in. But yeah, man, they saying Susgird got his walking papers today, man. Let's see what's going on, bro. I did see a little clip of Suspect and Brandon arguing, going back and forth. I'm going to give y'all my opinion after I watched the full argument and the breakdown. I did hear that a weapon got pulled. I don't know. I didn't see no weapon in the clip that I saw. I didn't see no weapon. But I'm going to actually watch the breakdown with y'all because I didn't see the whole thing. I'm going to watch it with y'all for the first time, and I'm going to give y'all my raw opinion on it because I hear a lot of people they was bashing Suspect before he got fired. Now that I know he got fired, I'm like, damn, he must have been in the wrong because a lot of people were saying, oh, he pussy for this, he pussy for that, and then I see he got fired. So let's see what's going on together, gang. I don't know if y'all already hip and know what's going on, but it's new to me. 88, what's the word, my brother? Cool, Mr. Cool 88.
Announcement.
Let's go, man.
Many of you are probably expecting this. I have an announcement. Many of you are probably expecting this. As of today, Almighty Suspect will no longer be a host on No Jumper. For anyone who's living in a hole in the ground, there was a confrontation last night between Brandon.
You heard what he said, bro? He confirmed it right off the bat, bro. Almighty Suspect will no longer be a host on No Jumper. So he gave him his walking papers. Let's see why.
I have an announcement. Many of you are probably expecting this. As of today, Almighty Suspect will no longer be a host on No Jumper. For anyone who's living in a hole in the ground, there was a confrontation last night between Brandon, a.k.a. Bucci Bear, a.k.a. Dark Brandon, and
Bucci Bear. That's a good one. Word, R.I.P., man. Not rest in peace, but rest in peace his No Jumper career, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's crazy, man. It's bad. We gotta see this whole thing, though, because I didn't really get to see everything. Like, I was at work, so it's kind of new.
Almighty Suspect that resulted in both spit flying and a knife being pulled out. Both of these are infractions that I fear we just cannot tolerate as a business. You know, many times over the past couple of years, I've looked back at the Kelpie incident and I have felt like I was a little too lenient. Like
and y'all reference the Kelpie incident all the time. Like it's something y'all proud of. And y'all made a lot of money off that Kelpie clip too. That shit got mad views. Y'all want to go see how many views that Almighty Suspect Kelpie clip got? Let's see. Almighty Suspect Kelpie. Look. Almighty Suspect beat up Kelpie. Let's see how many views it's got. Look, 7.7 million views, bro. 7.7 million views. No Jumper ate good off this. No Jumper ate good off this video, bro. And it's over 8 minutes. Oh, yeah, they got ads all through this joint, I bet.
Coolest podcast in the world. And today, pretty excited because we have somebody who's making a big splash on the scene.
Yes, sir.
Kelpie is in the
Hello,
building.
Kelpie.
Look right here.
This guy's seen him. I've seen some women trailing him before.
Look.
Niggas better. Niggas really know.
It's the original Almighty Suspect moment. This is his most famous moment on the internet. Nah, it's monetized because they covered it. Look, you gonna see why it's monetized.
Yeah, I'm
I
on
ain't seen
tracks.
it.
Boy, fuck out of here,
I ain't never
nigga.
seen no bitches.
Who are you?
I'm Lil
Who
Kelpie.
are you? No
Kelpie
one
the
knows
pimp.
you.
Kelpie the motherfucking
Kelpie the
pimp.
clown.
You
Fuck
ain't
outta
gotta
here.
know who I am,
Fuck
bro.
outta here.
Fucking Ben Franklin knows who I am, bitch.
Fuck outta here.
He
No.
knows who the
Who?
fuck I am. I'm
You
getting
said
money
what?
every day. I said
You
Ben
said-
Franklin knows who the
who-
fuck I am, bitch.
Who you calling a
Ben
bitch,
Franklin.
though?
I'm calling you a bitch.
Spit on him. Look. That's his go-to, bro. He spit on you and then pop it off, I guess. Look, this is why it's monetized. This is why it's monetized right here. He covered it up. He said, hey, Jimmy, I know, I saw that. Facts, he was in my hood with my son. Look, he was in my hood with the homie Reddy. Facts, bro. I was on stream with y'all. While he was in, well, actually, he showed up at like 5 a.m., 4 or 5 a.m., they said. But I was on stream with y'all that same night, but I fell asleep. So, my what you call it was getting lit up. You know what I'm saying? My phone, my DM was lit up. Like, yo, you in the hood? Like, yo, pull up to the hood. Adam22 here. It was too late by the time I seen it. Shout out to Adam22 though. Big shout out to Adam22 for pulling up to my hood, man. Patterson Projects, showing love to the homie Ready. You know what I'm saying? But this is why it's monetized though, bro. See it? That's his forte. He spits. He said he spits. I mean, he be fighting too though, cause look, he popped it off. Look at Adam's face though. Why Adam look like this? Look at Adam's face.
A
Ben
bitch,
Franklin.
though.
I'm calling you a bitch.
Look at Adam's face. Look at Adam's face. He was scared. You'd have thought somebody was shooting. You thought somebody pulled out a blick. That nigga Adam out of there. Nigga ran. Yo, the nerd came out real quick. Shout out to the homie though. You see Tory get poked. Bro, that's a topic, bro. We get into that. I couldn't start the stream like that though, bro. Too sad, bro. And too gory to begin the stream like that. But we gonna get to that. Free Tory, man. I'm glad my nigga Tory is alive, bro. That nigga tried to kill Tory. But all right, let's get back to the what we was talking about prior.
I feel like that incident, even though we managed to
The Kelpie said that incident.
skate essentially because we got Kelpie to sign off on suing us, I think it was extremely lenient of us to not fire Sus at that time. And I'm not going to lie, there's been a couple times since then, in particular with the whole Jalise thing, where it really, really felt like he was on the border of attacking her. That got a little scary for me and made me feel like, Jesus Christ, maybe.
You think he was going to attack a female on here? Come on, you going further than you need to go, Adam. Now you ODing. You think suspect was going to, if anything, it looked like Jalise was about to attack him. She the one that jumped up out her seat and ran towards him. Remember, we reacted to that video. He said he thought a suspect was going to attack Jalise. That's cap.
This is not okay. But yeah, I just feel like we just can't tolerate that kind of stuff in here. It's just way over the line. I have nothing against him. I told him I have nothing bad to say about him. I'm not gonna come on here and trash him. I'm not gonna treat him like a sharp or anything like that. But as a business, the liability associated with having somebody on camera who we have like essentially no assurance is not gonna fly off the handle like that. It's just
Bro, blame Flacco for getting suspect up out of here. Blame Flacco for getting almighty suspect up out of here. Because Flacco bought that nigga Brandon to no jumper. If you look, he just got there. Brandon just got there a couple weeks ago. And he said Flacco put me on. Flacco asked me to step in for him while he was gone. So Flacco knew. And then the thing is, the nigga Brandon came on there immediately dissing suspect. Immediately starting issues with suspect. Like, oh, didn't you say the N-word the wrong way? And da-da-da-da. I think this shit was a plan, bro. Don't get it messed up, bro. This nigga Flacco is, I ain't gonna call him a genius because he's not that. But he definitely be planning and plotting shit. Like, he definitely be planning and plotting stuff. I wouldn't put it past him to have it in his mind the whole time, I'm gonna get almighty suspect up out of here. Or I'm gonna have Brandon on here and embarrass almighty suspect and see where that goes. I don't put it past Flacco, bro.
too big of a
And he knew it was gonna be good content for him to make videos on.
risk, and it's just not the kind of platform that I want to run at this point. I mean, honestly, the loose cannon situation has been a very bad look for the brand. There's definitely been artists who are just straight up like scared to come here to do interviews because of the fact that
Yeah, Flacco got more motion, but he also was be planning and plotting shit. He for sure plotted that. He for sure, and he got more motion than everybody else on the couch besides Adam 22. Is this comparator?
Seen that clip, and they just feel like violence is just a normal everyday thing here. So that incident from last night, not a good look, and we just have to take sort of decisive action in order to avoid that. Now, was Brandon instigating? I think that's fair to say. But that being said, instigating with words is one thing. And if maybe this had been brought to me afterwards and it had been said like, oh, look at the way that Brandon was talking to him, blah, 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 maybe then it would have been a conversation. But
Bro, Adam and Flacco might have had this plan, bro. Adam and Flacco might have had this plan, bro. You even see how Adam is saying I didn't like how him and Jalise got into it. So he's saying he felt like Suspect might have put hands on Jalise, aka I felt like he was bullying Jalise. So who's to say that they didn't bring Brandon in here just to bully Suspect? Who's to say they didn't bring Brandon in this whole situation just to be somebody to check Suspect and get under Suspect skin type shit? You never know, bro. At least I feel like Flacco did that shit on purpose. I ain't gonna lie. From episode 1, when this nigga Brandon was there, he said, I'm only here on behalf of Flacco. He asked me to sit in with his corny ass voice. I don't like Brandon very much. I think he's intelligent, or at least he speaks intelligent, but like he's condescending and he be making trouble, but then want to act like he's like this pro-black person. Like, Suspect is another black man, but you coming at him and making issues with him and making him lose his job that he been working at for the last 2 years. You only been there for 2 weeks. I don't like that. I got a problem with that.
reality is that Sus is the one who got physical with it. And to me, it's an easy decision. If it had been the spit alone or the knife alone, it would have been an easy decision. It being both of them at the same time, it's an
Why they want to get this nigga locked up, bro. They want to get this nigga Suspect a charge, bro. They talking about this shit like it's illegal to pull out a knife on a nigga. You heard? They talking about this shit like it's legal to pull out a knife on a nigga. Like, y'all niggas want to see this nigga locked up, huh? Y'all want to see this nigga behind bars, huh?
An easy decision. Now, I will address this narrative that I know that a lot of people are going to probably want to run with, since apparently Flacco ran with it in his video. Lush.
Bro, light skin still black. If you black, you black. He could be light skin, dark skin, pale, albino. If he black, he black.
Do you feel like you're at fault?
Not at all. Just like 0%. But I think the whole way it transpired is really unfortunate, and I wish that there is a way that
Who set up for them two to be on the news together? Well, he was defending himself after he spit on him. LOL. Yo, who put them on the news together? Nigga, Suspect said that he heard about him being on the news with Brandon when he saw the flyer. So who's in charge of putting Brandon and Suspect like on the same joint together without them having a talk, them clearing the air, any of that shit? Like, who's in charge of that? Who's behind that?
it didn't have to have this result. Like, I understand from a business perspective why, that can't be tolerated. And obviously, especially considering the negative stigma that's already kind of lingering as a result of the Loose incident and things like that. But I just, the whole intention when we did when Brandon debated against iHypocrite and subsequently debated against me was.
Shout out to Shantapola 805 said Lush be doing that shit. I believe it. Lush probably set that up. I think that's why Adam said, "Do you feel responsible at all?" And he said, "No, I don't."
Was to try to give people a variety in the type of content that we have over here, because I feel like, there's been a consensus that we've been somewhat pigeonholed in certain genres of street.
Yo, facts. Lush do be gaslighting. You right. Lush be trying to play the innocent role, and I'm all about peace and everybody, but low-key be gaslighting. But Flacco's the worst, though. Flacco bought that nigga Brandon Bushy Bear here just to disrupt shit. I'm telling you. He knew it was going to be a problem with Brandon and Suspect. Nigga, Brandon started the issue with Suspect over the N-word. Remember saying nigga the wrong way and shit?
Rumors and activity, etc. And this is kind of like our attempt to ease our way back into highbrow content, or at least a balance, a variety of content.
I mean, a lot of us watch Jubilees, like one of the most popular channels on YouTube. You know, I love that kind of content. For me, yeah, creating those debates was an easy decision. That being said, I feel like you're trying to pivot away from the fact that you wanted to get Suspect out the paint so bad that you set him up in an environment in which you knew that he would resort to violence because you still hold a lingering animosity towards Suspect because of the way that he
laid you out,
knocked you on your ass.
It's actually quite the opposite. It's me, because if you look at it like this.
So Lush was in charge of that, y'all. Clearly, Lush is the one who set that up. Them being on the same stage without knowing.
What is the whole number one talking point of the white nationalists, of the racists, of the hypocrites of the world, of the Nick Fuenteses of the world, is that, quote unquote, per this is what they say, black men have low impulse control, black men are unable to blah, 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 blah. And that was kind of what Brandon's intention was when he came over here as an agent of chaos, similar to the agent of chaos that he was in the Tariq Nasheed orbit. You feel me?
He calling himself an agent of chaos. You don't think he came here to cause chaos with the nigga Suspect? I'm just saying. I'm not even a super Suspect fan. However, he's not my least favorite character over there. He's not my least favorite nigga over there. At least he genuinely him. Even if I don't like everything about a nigga, the fact that nigga's being him genuinely and it's just him, I fuck with that. Like, you. Even if everything about you I don't like your horrible laugh, that shit was annoying as fuck. I'm glad I never got to hear that again. But all of his takes wasn't bad, bro. Some of his takes was decent. And a lot of his takes just come from a street nigga perspective. They might not be right and they might not be wrong, but I can understand some of them because they come from a street perspective. We gonna get to a little bit of this other. Matter of fact, man, fuck after this, we only gonna listen to like 5 more minutes of this, and then we gonna actually watch the. Matter of fact, let's go watch it now. We'll come back. Let's go watch it right now. Let's watch what actually happened. The actual fight that actually happened real quick. Cause we watching this shit. I ain't even show y'all. Some of y'all like me ain't even see the whole thing. Some of y'all like me ain't even see the whole fight. Cause I ain't see it. Right here. Nah. What's the word? But they fight. Suspect and Brandon finally meet each other face to face and roast each other. Here we go.
He liked to wrestle in his own match and grab booty cheeks.
Damn.
He liked to defend
I like booty
pedophiles.
cheeks, that's for sure.
Oh, so they starting the clip off spicy. Let's watch the clip and then we're gonna get back to why he got fired. Let's watch the clip. I'm fucking up, y'all. I'm doing things out of order. We supposed to watch the clip, then listen to them talk about it.
He liked to wrestle in his own match and grab booty cheeks.
Damn.
He liked
Yo, is that Compa? That's Compa. That was Compa, right? I thought it was. He ain't talk at all yet.
to
I
defend
like
pedophiles.
booty cheeks, that's for sure.
That's crazy. He liked to
I didn't
defend
defend
pedophiles.
anyone.
He liked to watch
Let's
Wee
be
Wee.
honest. Did I
He
defend the
liked to
dude?
watch Wee Wee.
No, exactly.
No.
So you're lying.
like to watch
He said I
Wee
didn't
Wee.
defend him.
He liked to
Who watching Wee Wees?
watch Wee Wee.
I'm just saying, man.
The Wee Wee Watcher is out of control.
Yeah, so
bro.
he hasn't
You gotta
uploaded
get
to
a
his
hold
channel
of
in
it.
6 months.
You bugging today. You watching Wee Wees, you pedos, you got booty shorts on. Today has been a crazy day for you.
If you go beat up that
Today's
pedophile,
been a
you're
crazy
gonna have a
day.
lot of cool points in the
Today's been
streets of LA.
crazy. Beat you up.
He probably would.
No, me. Beat you up.
Nah, you see, I fuck with Suspect for this, though. See, I like that, bro. The nigga said, if you go beat up that pedophile, it's gonna get you a lot of respect in the streets. Nigga said, nigga, I'll beat you up. I respect that, bro. Don't try to put no other fight on me, nigga. Don't try to put no other nigga that's not in this building right now on me, nigga. What's up with you, nigga? Fuck is you talking about?
Got booty shorts on. Today has been a crazy day.
And he do got booty shorts on. Look at his thighs all out. Why he got all his thigh meat out? Like, what?
If you go beat up that
Today's
pedophile,
been a
you're
crazy
gonna have a
day.
lot of cool points in the
Today's been
streets of LA.
crazy. Beat you up.
He probably
A nigga will beat you up.
No, me. Beat you up.
You will beat me up.
Yes, nigga,
You can't beat me up.
I like that the nigga turned to him and he said, bro, if you go beat up that PDF, you'll get a lot of respect. He turned to him and said, nigga, I'll beat you up. That's how you do it. Nigga, ain't no calling out fights, telling me who to fight, putting me in a fight with this nigga. You right here and you talking. We can fight. That's gangster. That's like, I'm from the projects, bro. I'm from the Jacks. I'm just telling you shit that I've done. I'm just telling you shit that I've done, shit that I know to be the way. Like, you don't let no other nigga come in and incite you to fight some other nigga that's not here right now. How about you, nigga? What's up with you? Let me see your hands then, pussy. Like, what's up? Talk about if you go fight that man, you'll get some respect. How about I beat your ass and get respect? Yes. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. Like I'm a Jackson nigga, bro. All I can say is what I'm telling you. Listen.
If you go beat up that pedophile, you gonna have a lot of cool points in the streets of LA.
See, he thought he was gangster. You gonna have a lot of cool points in the streets. Bro, this whole conversation is low IQ. We moving in low vibrational shit right now. Don't think beyond because he's low IQ for this shit too. Because if you gonna say that's low IQ, then he's low IQ for telling that nigga to go beat the nigga up. Like, bro, don't just, like, the whole situation is low IQ. We on some ratchet shit right now. We in the jacks with it. We responding like we in the jacks, my nigga. We not at work. We not corporate. Yes, it's low vibrational. So, now, the nigga said, oh, if you go beat that PDF up. And he said, nigga, how about I beat your ass? And I like that.
You up.
He probably would.
No,
That pedophile, you gonna have a lot of cool points in the streets of LA.
beat you up.
He probably would.
No, me. Beat you up.
You
See, no, me. I'll beat you up. The other nigga not even here right now. Why we talking about another nigga and me getting respect fighting him? How about I beat your ass? Since you talking about you lining fights up. Like, who the fuck is you, nigga? Point your ass out. Like,
beat me up?
Yes, nigga,
You can't beat me up.
Stop bringing up
You
other
can't
niggas
beat me
who
up.
in jail, nigga.
You really think
bro, you can say what you want, but in this scenario, they both on the same timing. So if Sus acting like a female, Brandon sound like a female, and he actually sound like a female. Like his voice actually is feminine.
you could beat me up?
Beat you up.
No, you can't.
You mean?
No.
Nigga,
You
then why
can't.
be outside?
I'm gonna be outside as soon as this is over. If you feel that strongly, get cracking.
Follow me.
Follow you. I'm gonna walk right outside, right
Follow
past
me
you.
outside the building.
I'm gonna walk right out the building. I'm gonna walk right out the building, and you're gonna do
We can
nothing.
do whatever you'd like to.
You're gonna walk right. You just said you was gonna beat me up. Now we're gonna do whatever.
All right, we're not doing none of that. No fights.
Listen,
No
wait a
fights.
minute.
That's why Lush trying to break it up, cause Lush know, low key, he the one that set this whole shit up. Lush know. That's why he trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't really like the spitting shit. Spitting is I don't really spit on niggas, but it's disrespectful.
Come outside the
No
You
building.
see how
fights.
niggas
And
use
follow
coded
me
language?
so we can do what you like to.
Can I
Come on.
peacefully say this?
Yes,
you see how
please.
niggas use
Booty
coded
band.
language? He
Booty
first
band.
said
You watch
he
Wee
want to
Wees
fight
and you
me.
wear booty
Then he
shorts.
said we
You
gonna
don't
do
wanna
whatever
do
you want to do.
nothing.
This just
do
talks
nothing.
crazy.
You
Like,
don't wanna do
listen,
nothing,
I'm
though.
not worried about
Let's
your
get
little
into
high
some-
yellow ass,
You
bro.
just
For
talking with your
real.
booty shorts on. You
We
don't
both
wanna
got
do
our
nothing.
shirts on.
So
we can do
Papoose
nothing.
claims he wrote 90% of Remy Ma's music, guys.
He's a buster.
Papoose apparently claims he wrote 90% of Remy Ma's music.
You
I
Remy
believe
Ma
it.
right now. You changing up the story.
Nigga, you watch dicks. Shut
He
up.
said we could do. He said I'm gonna whoop your ass. Then said we could.
They did say he was watching Lush piece when he took a piss test. Nigga, Brandon Oz did. You can't have a voice you can't have a soft and feminine, so feminine voice and be watching niggas cocks. Come on, bro. That's weird.
Do whatever you want to do.
All right, bro.
Look,
You watch
look.
You know what I want to do? I want to pop.
Bro, he's a super colorist. Brandon is definitely a colorist. Charmaine, what's the word, girlie? How you feeling tonight? Girlie?
Podcast.
I want you to
Ignore
stop
all
watching
light skin.
I want you to stop watching Wee Wees and
I'm
put some
decent.
pants on.
I will
That's
do
what
both
want
of
you to
those
do.
for you.
When you wear
I
some
will do
jeans
both of those
and
for
stop
you.
volunteering to see dicks. You might be able
Unbiasedly,
to do something.
unbiasedly.
I want you to go to Turkey
Stop
and get your
volunteering to
hairline
see
replenished
dicks. I'll
and get
do
that boss.
Oh, he knew to hit him where it hurt. Oh, he knew to hit this nigga suspect where it hurt. That nigga said, I want you to go to Turkey and get your line up. He know that nigga suspect is sensitive. That's why he got a hoodie on right now. He know this nigga suspect sensitive about that goddamn alopecia. I don't know what it is. That nigga suspect, his lineup is not cool though. And that's why suspect really got mad probably. Yeah, the shorts is bro. This is sus, bro. This is sus, bro. Even the socks that he decided to wear with these sneakers is sus. Like, bro, you supposed to have ankle socks on with these baby shorts. These is like boxers, my nigga. These is like swimming trunks.
Sports, when you wear
I
some
would do
jeans
both of those
and
for
stop
you.
volunteering to see dicks, then you might be
Unbiasedly,
able to do something.
unbiasedly.
I want you to go to Turkey
Stop
and get your
volunteering.
hair.
Oh, Charmaine. I'm sorry, girlie. Make sure you gotta. What's that shit you gotta make? You gotta make a sweet tardy or a sour tardy, hot toddy. That's what it is. You gotta make you a hot toddy. You're gonna feel better. Just get you a hot toddy. Look that up on Google what a hot toddy is.
Line replenished
I'll
and get
do
that ball
Take
spot
them
filled.
I hope you feel better soon, though.
booty shorts off.
Listen.
I'll do that when you take
Listen,
your booty shorts
hey,
off, nigga. Stop
D-
wearing
Donnie,
booty shorts off, nigga.
Take this nigga on a
This
tour to
nigga got
Turkey to
ice
get
lace
us.
Exactly. If that ain't that hoochie daddy, they got hoochie daddy shorts on. How you built like this and decide to put on hoochie daddy shorts, nigga? This nigga think he a wrestler.
Hairline
Shoes on.
replenished.
Stop playing. I play tennis racket shoes on, nigga. And get
They
your
gonna
booty
revival
shorts.
y'all
Fuck you,
friend
nigga.
laughing at
It's
you.
funny. When you're funny, it's funny.
Y'all friend laughing at you.
Now,
That's
here's
a
the
damn
thing.
shame.
He
Here.
about to get beat up by a guy wearing booty shorts.
Hey, right? Imagine you called this name and got whooped out by a nigga in booty shorts. That's
do it.
crazy. That would be reality. That would be reality.
I would love to see it. You wrestle on mats. We ain't
Hey.
seen you do nothing with your hands yet.
Hey, when you see it, you go. Well, you're not gonna see it. You're gonna be knocked out. Everybody else gonna see it.
See, Brandon was talking crazy. He said, you're not going to see it. You just going to get knocked out. Yeah, nigga, no grown-ass men want to watch some niggas in a goddamn, hoochie shorts. Excuse me.
The reality is this.
Everybody else
Show
gonna
me.
see it.
Show me.
They gonna be watching.
Show me.
Man,
Suspect.
Show me, bitch ass
Suspect.
niggas. You know you want to make it home to your
First
kids.
it was if you call
know you want to make it home
now
to your
it's you ain't gonna
kids.
make it home to
Come
your
on,
kids.
bitch ass
You see how
niggas,
the
show
story?
me.
See how the
Show
story
me.
evolves?
Come show
First
me.
it was we was gonna
Just
catch
come
a fade.
show me.
Then we gonna do what
Who
you
said I
wanna
was
do.
talking about
Now
more
it's
than the
death
feds?
threats.
Who
Now
said I
it's
was
death.
talking about more than the feds? You police ass
You
nigga.
said you're not gonna make it home to your
Who
kids.
said
What does that
anything
mean?
about more than the feds?
What does that even
You
mean?
could not make it home from a fade, you bitch ass
Listen,
nigga.
you cannot
Stop putting
make it
police
home
shit on me.
from a
Stop putting
fade.
police shit on me.
Boy, you like a
faggot.
true light-skinned
You a federal
nigga.
faggot.
Hey.
You a federal faggot.
Yo, the crazy part is this nigga Brandon ain't even dark skinned. He be throwing these light skin jokes at the nigga Suspect. Suspect is pale. But he be throwing them light skin jokes at the nigga Suspect. Look at this nigga face. Like, you ain't dark skinned, motherfucker. Like, nigga. Is that other dude sleep? You talking about Munchie B? Nah, Munchie B blind. Shout out to Munchie B, man. On base. Munchie B, man, he not sleep. He just blind. He listening.
You should have that energy in that alley that day.
You a federal faggot.
You should have that energy in that alley that day.
Federal faggot.
I'm gonna listen.
We gotta watch this.
This
nigga.
is a fact.
He's a federal
Wait.
faggot and a wee watcher. My
Can I
bad,
get a
bro.
word? Can I get a word?
Go ahead.
Can I get a word?
Nah, you right though. This nigga legs is baby oiled up, bro. He on his Diddy shit, Mary. His legs is baby oiled up. What's going on? Why is the legs baby oiled up like that?
You a wee watcher.
This is
bro.
a fact.
You a wee watcher.
This is a fact. I'm gonna say what I want to say.
And you
I
watch
call
wee
this
wees.
nigga Antoine Dotson and everything else.
You
I'm
watch
still
wee-wees.
gonna come to no jumper.
You watch
I'm
wee-wees.
gonna walk in and out this. If a want to do something, there's nothing but space and opportunity. Ain't worried about a light skin.
You ain't never
No
called me
nigga,
no
period.
bitch. You
So
ain't
if
never-
that gay, he's always
never
bringing up
called me no
fighting. You can't
You
get
ain't
a
never
nigga
called
bringing
me
up
no
fighting, trying to put it on
You ain't
another
never
nigga
called
to
me
do
no.
something.
So,
But I just
never
caught you
called me
one.
no
I just
I
caught you
feel
one.
like
Just
All
like
right,
you
chill,
are
chill.
a
guys,
That's what he got, alright.
guys.
Okay, it's what oh, he spit on him. He spit on him. He definitely spit on him. Damn, this nigga, he might have spit on Lush.
Guys.
Oh, he spit on that nigga. Nah, it landed. Yo, why did he blacken shit out? What is this blackout?
Guys.
Look.
Guys.
Spit. Look, spit in motion. Watch the travelocity of this spit. Hold on, we gotta slow this down. Slow it down. I just dissed you. Oh. You saw that? Look at that shit.
Guys.
It definitely landed on him. Look, yo. It definitely landed on him. Yo, he just keep calling the nigga Suspect light skin. Yo, look at this shit. It rained on that nigga. He can't even say it and get on him. It rained on his ass. They put it back at normal speed. Put it back normal. I just dished you.
Guys, come on. Guys, come on. Stop, guys. Oh.
What's that? What's that? Let me see Munchie. What Munchie doing?
Guys.
Oh, my nigga Munchie jumping up. Yo, he definitely hawked the loogie. Yo, look, he definitely did.
Guys.
Munchie be like, what the fuck?
Guys.
Bitch ass nigga.
Guys, come on. Guys, come on. Stop, guys.
Yo, what it? Who is that? Is that this fat nigga right here sounding like that? Listen.
Guys, come on.
You hear that?
Guys, come on. Stop, guys.
Yo, who is that sounding like a hippopotamus in that mother?
Chill, guys.
Come on. Let's do something.
We knew he had a weapon.
Let's do something.
No weapons.
Let's do something. I don't got
Man, what's going on? That's what you gonna do?
nothing. Let's do something, bitch. Let's do something, bitch.
Sound like a dinosaur in that motherfucker. Tough to respect Sus after this one, no? Why? What happened? What'd he do? Because he spit on a nigga? Try to pop it off?
Alright, niggas going
Spit on you. Nigga, I spit on you. Nigga, you ain't do nothing.
Sean said, reminds me of an episode of Flavor of Love.
Shut up, you a bitch. You a bitch. Nigga, that part. Nigga, shut up. Nigga, you got spit on.
No, I didn't.
You got, yeah, you did.
Don't
Yeah, you
spit
did. I
touch
watched
me.
it.
Don't spit touch me. Don't spit touch me.
I watched it.
Nigga said, I watched it.
Nigga,
Hey,
I
bro,
watched it.
y'all are tripping, bro. What's going on?
What you wanna do about it, nigga? What you wanna do about it? Meet me outside, nigga.
You're a scary nigga.
What you wanna do about it?
You're a
What you wanna do about it?
You're a scary
What you wanna do about it, nigga? What you wanna do
Hey,
about
bro.
it? That part. Nothing. Nothing. Look what? Do something
Such
about
a
it.
good pod before this happened,
Nigga.
guys. Pretty was so good.
Nigga,
Intelligent
do
dialogue.
something. Fucking
I was just about to say that.
Where you saw a knife at? 88 said, then ducks fade with a knife.
You know,
What the? Hey, y'all tripping, bro.
Come do something. Do
Man,
something.
that's why y'all ask.
Hold on, we got better footage. I think we got better footage. Because it's going to end. And then they got somebody pulled up with a camera.
share, subscribe, no jump.
That's a knife right there.
Come
You
do
look
something.
at
Come do something, Mr.
Man
Black Belt.
brought a knife to.
Come do something, Mr.
No,
Black
there's
Belt.
no weapons.
He said nigga bought a knife to no jumper. And then he said no weapons.
No weapons. No weapons.
Come do something, Mr. Black Belt.
There's a knife right there.
Come
You
do
look
something.
at
Where?
He said, where?
A Swiss Army
Alright, this nigga right here was there. This nigga Young and Hefe.
knife.
I started trying to watch his video earlier, but I ended up skipping right to the part where they start arguing.
Where? You're the feds. Federal fag. Bitch ass.
Nigga called him a federal yag. Adam said it in the last video we just watched. That was, nigga, but we watching this video. You know I don't like to go off what other niggas be saying.
Fuck you.
I think that nigga.
You know I don't like to go off what other niggas be saying. That's why we came here to watch this video. So we can try to see shit ourselves.
Want to fight to a multi-fight?
Like, share, subscribe, no jumper, running it up. We're not done yet, by the way.
Not me.
Make
Nah, he might have had something. Look how he just digging in his pocket.
like, share, subscribe,
Nah, he might have had
no
something.
jumper, running it up. We're not done yet,
Look how he digging in his pocket.
by the way.
Not me.
Look, watch this hand right here. Either that or he pump fake. I don't know, cause do the math for him pump faking. Even his shirt little, jeez.
Make sure to
Yo, look at that. Like, he got mad because the nigga talked about his hairline. Yo, suspect hate his hairline. Yo, suspect hate his hairline. So he got mad when a nigga talked about his hairline. Then it went from that to the next thing and the next thing.
subscribe to the Lush World channel as well.
Hey, this shit
Fuck you
crazy.
talking to? Nigga crazy as fuck. Who a bitch?
My nigga look like a baby sumo. I just walked about this man.
That shit got. I'm not going.
Nah, suspect got done bad. Yo, look at this. Yo, look at his lineup, bro. Like, that shit go back here. That's OD, I ain't gonna lie. His shit go back here, gang. He unblessed, pause, when it come to the hairline, bro. They definitely did him bad with the hairline. Young man with a throwback jersey. That's crazy. But it's all right, though. Anyway, let's get it from another angle, because this nigga Young and Hefe, that's this nigga right here, that's laughing his ass off. He posted a video, and he posted his homies running in and filming from another angle. That hairline is crazy. I would be mad, too. Yo, he's sensitive about that shit, y'all. He's sensitive about that shit. That nigga got mad when that nigga said, Antoine Dotson and his hairline, like, go to Turkey, get your hairline fixed, bro. He got mad when that nigga said that, y'all. That nigga got upset. I'm upset. 50,000 on my head is. Alright, we gonna watch it from another angle though. Let's watch the Young and Hefe shit.
Nigga toss
Let me
you,
pull up Young and Hefe shit.
No, he didn't even touch me.
You fell over. Hey, look.
Did I fall? I didn't fall.
Hey, man, look.
Why ain't making things up?
Hey, I know how to get
Hey, man. Look. No, you try to fake come in at the end. Look, hey,
no, but
Lush,
why did,
that nigga was, hey, he was going to toss you, Lush.
Yeah, you know.
That's what I meant to say. You try to fake come in at the end like you was going to stand in.
I'm just trying
Man, you
to
was gonna
minimize
be on a no
damage.
jumper table.
Young and Hef.
Everything independent needed in advance.
On my
Alright,
ride
look.
to no jumper, no.
Look, he was there, so we're gonna listen to his story.
After a minute or two, I hear somebody say, "Oh, I think that's Ann out there." The door finally get open for me to be let in. I come in a no jumper, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Young and Hefe.
With who I got it with me, but before I step all the way through the door, security right there with a wand, and he's like, just got the stern look on his face, like, hey, excuse me, I got a wand, you got to pat you down. So I'm like, okay, but this is a place of business. But the only reason why I kind of was like, man, hold on, because I didn't go through this protocol my last few times in no jumper now.
So they wasn't letting niggas in with weapons then.
I first showed up there, and you know what I'm saying, I've been up there probably like 4 times altogether. So the first 3 times I didn't go through this, you know what I'm saying? So if I had went through this the first,
So they made them get pat down and get checked for weapons this time, but they never did before.
3 times, this would be
We're
something
gonna fast forward.
I felt kind of off, starting with the security situation. So when the
This nigga fan or whatever it is in the background, loud as shit.
security first do put us through the little transition we go through with him, in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, damn, Adam might be tripping because I don't know what my brother said to him or what their conversation was pertaining to King Pill. This is how the way they play, or suspect play, or I'm not gonna lie, I could see that it was a little dislike, unwarranted. But being that we was all doing this segment yesterday, and it was laughs and jokes amongst derogatory words being thrown, but I thought that's just how the way they play. Or
Yeah, they probably let a few, like, suspect work there. So you really should, I would think suspect not getting searched every day he coming in. But then again, knowing that you're gonna have him and Brandon on the show together, just to ensure Brandon's safety, they might make him get searched. But you could get a knife in easily.
or suspect play, or people allow themselves to be played with. I'm not gonna be played like that. I'm not about to, I don't want to be one bitch. We not about to keep doing the bitch thing, bitch in a room and just going crazy and shooting derogatory language. That's what we not about to do. So I would have been checked that at the door. But Brandon allowed all that to take place. And then at the end of the segment, he decided to use that word itself. But Almighty Suspect was not listening. And then it came up again.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie though, but I feel like he treat Whack and Brick totally different than he treat a lot of niggas that come in No Jumper. Adam be having personal relationships, and with those people that he got personal relationships with, he let them rock with certain shit.
And then it went crazy. So we about to get into this content, and y'all already know, man, it's the Halfway and the Hef Effect. We gonna commentate.
Called me no bitch.
Try to put it on
You ain't
another
never
nigga
called
to do
me no
something.
bitch.
But I
You
just
never
caught you
called me
one.
no
I
bitch.
just caught you
Like,
one. Just for that, you are a bitch.
Yo, guys,
You wanna call me nothing?
guys,
Bitch, now, nigga.
guys, come on, guys, come on.
What you want to do about it? Meet me outside.
Charmaine said the fan sound like it's on his last leg and it's only going with one blade left. God damn.
Nigga,
You're scaring
what you want to do about it?
You're
What you want to do about it?
You're scaring
What you want to do about it? Nigga,
Yeah, 88. You right. All right. Well then, yeah. Some people get a pass then if that's what you meant. Cause I feel like we all know that.
what you want to do about it? That part, nothing. Nothing.
Look, he was there shook though. Look at this nigga. Look how he's standing. He look kind of weird.
What you want to do about it? Nigga, what you want to do about it? That part, nothing.
I'm surprised he don't got his cell phone clipped to his waist like last time. Niggas had a video of this nigga walking with a cell phone clipped to his waist like a fucking blicky.
Nothing. Look what? Do something about it.
Good pod before this happened,
Nigga.
guys.
Now there's a knife right there.
Come
You
do
losing
something.
out.
Where?
That nigga suspect sound like he guilty. Nigga said, Where? He sound guilty, huh? But I don't know. Listen, I'm gonna listen to what young Ann Hefe got to say.
It was.
Nigga, I spit on you.
Nigga got a
do
knife.
nothing. Nigga,
Nigga got a knife.
Shut up, you a
Scary
bitch.
ass
You a bitch. Nigga,
knew you was a
that
bitch.
part. Nigga, shut up.
knew you
Shut
was a
up.
bitch.
Nigga,
We knew you was a
shut up. Nigga, you got spit on.
No, I didn't.
You got, yeah, you did.
No
Yeah, you
spit
did.
touch
I watched
me.
it.
No spit touch me.
I watched it.
No spit touch me.
I watched it.
Nigga said, I watched it.
I watched
No
it.
spit
I
touch
watched
me.
it, nigga. I watched it. Nigga,
No
what we
spit
gonna do?
touch.
What you wanna do
What
about
spit
it?
on?
What you
What
wanna do
spit
about
on?
it, nigga? What you wanna do about it? Meet me outside,
fuck?
nigga.
You a scary
What you wanna do about
You're
it?
scared.
What you wanna do about it?
You're scared.
What you wanna do about it, nigga? What you wanna do
Hey,
about
bro.
it? That part, nothing. Do something about
Such a
it.
good pod before this happened,
Nigga.
guys. We're doing so good.
Nigga,
Intelligent
do
dialogue.
something.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. Lush couldn't really hold nothing back, and that other security guard looked puny as shit. I don't think he pulled no guns out on nobody, nigga. He really couldn't hold nothing back either. If they really wanted to go, they could have went.
Fuck
I
me.
was just about to say that, you know.
Cause Lush not really stopping nothing, and that security looked puny.
Security?
What nigga wanna do?
I'm sure he's strapped, but I don't think he gonna shoot a nigga for trying to fight. Feel me?
Scott, man.
Come do something.
Oh,
Come do something.
This is why y'all
Come do something, Mr. Black
y'all
Belt.
was some bullshit.
Come do something,
Y'all
Mr. Black
the
Belt.
whole time.
Come do something, Mr.
Man
Black Belt.
brought a knife to.
Come do something, Mr. Black Belt. Come do something, Mr. Black Belt. Ain't no weapons, police. Come do something, Mr.
Now
Black Belt.
there's a knife right there. You
Come do
pulled it
something.
out.
Where?
Bro, you pulled the knife out.
Nigga sound where?
Where?
There was a Swiss Army
Where?
knife, bro, trying to fumble for it.
Where? Where? Police ass
Yeah,
nigga,
scary
where?
ass nigga.
You're in the feds. Federal
Alright,
feds.
alright.
Bitch ass nigga. Do something. Nigga, fuck you.
Right, playing Squabble Up as the background music is funny. Squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up. Nigga did walk out of there like a sumo wrestler.
Feds. Federal feds. Bitch ass nigga. Do something. Nigga.
Nigga, I'm gonna be honest. Big got so fast, I think he would have put the beats on light skin. Nah, in a fair squabble, he probably would have. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even gonna lie, man. I'd like to see Suspect actually get in there and do something with him. But the big nigga do got a lot of experience in fighting daily. But it ain't like boxing. It's like slamming each other and shit. But if he get a hold of the Suspect and he slam the fuck out that nigga, like, damn, who's to say what's gonna happen next? But at the same time, I ain't gonna lie. Suspect look like the type of nigga, I ain't gonna lie. Suspect shiesty. Suspect shiesty, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, I can see it in his eyes. I fuck with Suspect because I know a lot of niggas like him, and I've never been a nigga like Suspect because he do too much talking for me. Suspect do way too much talking. I always was a sneaky bastard. Like, I'm the type to, like, let niggas jump me because I know I got the poker. I ain't even gonna lie, like, bro. I'm the type to let niggas get up on me and try to jump me because I know I got the poker. Soon as them niggas come in, like, bro, I put it like this, man. Before I even get to that, let me just say, bro, Mr. Pokey Pokey can get you out of a lot of trouble, man. If you know, you know. Mr. Pokey Pokey can get you out of a lot of trouble, man. A lot of trouble. To me, a knife is a little bit more dangerous than a gun, to be honest with you. Because I know what I do with a knife. I used to brag about that shit back in the day. It used to be fight well, stab better. That's like niggas used to everybody had their own little moniker. Like, what you do? Fight well, stab better. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you certain thing that you be doing, you know what I'm saying? You used to throw that in there, like fight well, stab better. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. That's just some Bronx shit, I feel like. Gemini, Big Boy Hands was really, you could tell he know how to handle himself. Facts. He look like, bro, he fight on a daily. He a Muay Thai fighter. So, you know what I mean? Like, we're not going to act like he don't know what he doing. But what I will say is, though, back to what I was saying earlier, that nigga Suspect is a dirty nigga. Like, he a filthy fighting type of nigga. He the type of nigga let big man really get up in there with him. And once big man think he got him, start hitting him. Boom, 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 boom. Hitting him, poking him, hitting him. Basically, like, unfortunately, the shit that got done to Tory Lanez, bro, see how that nigga was filthy? Like, it's fucked up what happened to Tory Lanez. We gonna get to that later. They actually got the footage, man. Free Tory. Hopefully Tory be home soon, man, behind all this new information that's coming out. But you seen how nasty that little poking up was? That happened to Tory. Now, in my opinion, the reason why Tory Lanez is still alive is because son didn't have a sufficient knife. The Mexican who stabbed Tory Lanez up, he obviously didn't have a sufficient knife. Like, he didn't have no blade bigger than like this. If that nigga would have had a blade like this, bro, thank God that nigga only had a blade like this and not a blade like this. You know what I'm saying? Not a knife that size, cause bro, it'd have been over, bro. So, like I said, man, free Tory, bro. I'm glad he free. We gonna get into that video a little later. But speaking on this video, what I'm saying is, Suspect is a little dirty nigga, bro. I ain't gonna lie. But I ain't gonna act like I hate the nigga for it. I ain't gonna act like I hate the nigga for being a dirty type of nigga. He just should have fought first. Like, you supposed to fight. It's not like you getting jumped, bro. You not getting jumped. You fighting. It's a one-on-one. Put your dukes up with the nigga. Y'all ain't even got to fight in here. Y'all can fight outside. Y'all can just have a good one-on-one scrap. And I ain't gonna lie, if the nigga try to kill you out there, if he try to kill you, then pull out Mr. Pokey Pokey and handle your business. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You feel me? Yeah, we gotta cover that too. Free Larry Hoover about to be free. We gotta cover that too. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Suspect, I take Suspect for a dirty fighter, and he definitely had Mr. Pokey Pokey ready to go. Cause I ain't gonna lie, Mr. Pokey Pokey could get 5 or 6 niggas up off you in the right, like when you need it to happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Pokey Pokey, niggas realize they stabbed and shit change. Niggas realize they homie bleeding and shit change.
Boom. That's the moment.
So he gonna explain what he saw. Yeah, 88 said it was a pop soda can top that got Tory. We don't know if it's that for sure, but definitely something small, nothing crazy, nothing like more than like 2 inches for sure, even 1 inch.
So, in this moment, man, the comments been going up. It's been going crazy. This clipping went viral. Everybody want to know what's happened. Everybody chiming in. A lot of people who wasn't there, you know, they gonna spin their narrative and say what they gotta say and stuff like that. But you gonna get the halfway and the half effect, because I was right there on that couch and that was my infection.
Nigga just spit. Yo, you see this nigga spit on himself? God damn, bro. I know you excited to tell it.
In this moment, man, the comments been crazy. This clipping went viral. Everybody want to know what's happening. Say what they gotta say and stuff like that, but you gonna get the halfway. Look. Cause I was right there on that couch and that was my infection.
Look at this nigga, man. Bro, what you on, gang? What you on, gang? This nigga spitting like a motherfucker.
The infections last.
Like, bro, what was that?
Have effect, cause I was right there on that couch and that was my infection.
Yo, what the fuck? Yo, my boy's tweaking. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, is this the nigga from ATL? He like the actor from ATL, bro. The actor from Atlanta. Atlanta. Y'all know the show Atlanta? The rapper nigga? He looked like the rapper nigga from Atlanta, bro.
Waiting to have effect, cause I was right there on that couch and that was my infection.
Yo, that nigga spitting up shit like a retard. Let's go.
Infectious laugh that you guys heard going crazy. Look, so, like I said, these guys, as y'all see, if you watch that whole No Jumper episode, was going back at each other, throwing shots, booty shorts, twerking, Beyonce, girlfriend, love. That was everything you could say. It was no holds bar. So I'm like, these dudes got tough skin. That's how these dudes play like that. But it wouldn't be the first time I see dudes say they play like that, and or men playing like that. Where this thing took a turn at is somehow they got to talking about something and it turned to fight now. You know what I'm saying? Suspect like, man, you can meet me outside. Like, you said, we can get that. Woo woo. Brandon like, man, I'm going to walk right past you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to, you like you're going to have action if you want to do anything. Suspect like, yeah, so we get out there, you got to do is just follow me and do what you do and get off. And, you know, they got the, so he like, man, how does that make sense? You trying to pick a fight with me. Now you want me to crack it off and stuff like that. They argued about this fighting subject and who going to do what to who and walking past and stuff like that and all type of you know what I'm saying? Whatever you can think of, you know what I'm saying? But Brandon, I guess, thought it was okay to come out and call almighty suspect a bitch. I thought it was too, because as many times as he used the word, but I like, as almighty suspect told me, man, look, he's a bitch, and I was using that. That's for him. He can't use that on me.
Nigga, suspect said he's a bitch. That's for him. He can't use that on me. Now, if suspect said that, then he really just feel like he superior to this bitch ass nigga. And he feel like, nigga, I'd say what I want to him, nigga, and I'll do what I want to him. If he play, I'ma smoke him. See, suspect really don't like that nigga. Suspect got a dislike for him because he done try to pick on a nigga suspect. And I ain't gonna lie, you could tell that nigga suspect don't like that shit. It is what it is.
Hey, what can I say? Brandon used it. Almighty suspect and catch the gifs of it. And it came back around like, you a bitch. Oh, yeah, you a bitch. All right, I just called you a bitch. You called who a bitch? I just called you a bitch. No, you didn't use the bitch. From there, it went up. I was already laughing because it was already like, for real, like for me, like I said, I thought they both had tough skin, but like on the street element, or if that word really puts you at a disadvantage, no, they should have just both handled business. So when Brandon said it,
but they shouldn't handle business at No Jumper. They should handle business on their own time. They shouldn't be fighting and interrupting each other's jobs and all that. That's what I'm saying. They said, well, this wasn't one of them situations.
Suspect hopped up, you know what I'm saying? Did the little leg to the side, one leg back, one, you know what I'm saying, the little crip stance, pulled his pants up. Brandon still down, you know what I'm saying? Almighty suspect, whatever they were saying. Spit. Oh, Brandon. You see him hop up like he gonna go for it. I don't even know what happened then. So I know y'all probably was wondering what happened when Went Black. It was just like a whole bunch of commotion. The security guard grabbed almighty suspect up, and then Brandon was trying to get through, almost got through. I don't know how he didn't get through because that security guard, he wasn't like, he was probably like a solid weight, like about, he probably was like a good 200, I give him.
See, even he's saying the same shit. That security guard ain't stopping nothing. Now, if he got the blicky, like if he's strapped and he pull a gun out, like yo, y'all niggas is, yo. Now you might be like, yo, what the fuck is nigga pulling out a gun? Nigga, pull it, like you gonna stop in your tracks. But just that nigga standing there ain't gonna really stop nothing. Like Suspect 2, on Suspect Part 2, like you could have got through that nigga for real.
Good 210, 190 somewhere in there. But man, Brandon, like 4 of him. However, good thing he didn't get through. They didn't get through. I'm right there in the laughing fit because as all this going on, man, Munchie B hopped up. When you see Munchie B trying to get up, Munchie B hopped up.
Bro, who was laughing at Munchie B in my chat when we watched it? This nigga was laughing at Munchie B too in real life. He was there. He saw Munchie B jumping out his seat in real life. Y'all fucked up for that, man. Munchie blind. He didn't know what was going on, man.
But how he get up, at times I'll be forgetting my boy
fucked up for that.
Is blind. So when he hopped up like he can see. I fell out laughing, but I'm watching him. And then you hear Brandon start yelling, hey, he got a knife, or somebody, he pulled out a knife, and then, right before that, Munchie B get to tapping me like, what's going on? Do he got a burner? And I was just like in a laughing fit to where I started crying. I couldn't even respond to Munchie B. He like, man, he got a burner. Somebody got a burner. I finally got him.
That's why Munchie B jumped like that. He thought somebody had a burner. You know, Munchie B tried to traumatize. You know what I mean? He done got popped. He blind from getting popped up. So, you know what I mean? He probably traumatized by that shit.
Out in between laughs, like, nah, you know what I'm saying? So then I look in Almighty Suspect area because Brandon, like, it's right there. You know what I'm saying? I look in his hand to see if I see anything, but I didn't see nothing, you feel me? Then I just...
So, yo, did this nigga Suspect actually have a knife? Or is this nigga Brandon assuming? Because Suspect reached for something.
Just hear Almighty Suspect like, where? I ain't got nothing. What's up? Bitch, nigga, you don't want that fade. He go back, you know what I'm saying, to screaming and yelling and stuff like that. From there, you know, my little bros ran down the hallway, you know, with their phones out, you know what I'm saying, their cameras all recording. But I guess they was already watching us on the TV screen. So I guess, being that everybody in the room hopped up, the cameras fell over, that's when it went black. And everybody ran to the no jumper room, you know what I'm saying, with their phones out.
Oh, the cameras fell over. That's why everything went black. They said Munchie is a good character. Yeah, shout out to Munchie. I fuck with him.
Recording, so for real, you could really thank Mad North.
Y'all that was laughing at him, y'all might go to hell for that, man. Y'all might have some babies. Don't you know they say if you laugh at a blind man, you might have your babies might come out blind. So y'all better watch out, man. Y'all better pray to God and repent for that shit. Excuse me, repent for that stuff. Repent for them bad acts y'all did, man. Laughing at a blind man, y'all going to hell, man. You know how Christians like to put it, you're going to hell. Christians love to tell you, you're going to hell. Like, ain't that in the Bible it says don't condemn people to hell?
You know what I'm saying? And NBA for, you know what I'm saying, running and recording with their phones out, you know what I'm saying, and catching the rest of the get down, man. But yeah, that was just funny, man. And that was a funny situation, man. I couldn't stop laughing, bro. Like, I just kept on bringing it up. It was just funny all the way through. And then at the end, how Lush tried to come and stand in between Brandon. I'm like, Lush, it's already over with. Ain't even no need for you to stand in between Brandon. So Brandon just standing right there, you know what I'm saying? Like, it seemed like, you know, whatever he thought he seen, and what's his name, hands, or if he did pull something out, had him at a standstill. But it definitely stopped him in his tracks, because if he did have what he said he had and he got through to him, man, Brandon was about to be gutted salmon.
Oh shit, nah, maybe Suspect did have something. Cause how you know he was about to be gutted salmon? Hold up.
But it definitely stopped him in his tracks, because if he...
Wait, let's listen, my bad. Listen closely, y'all. Use y'all listening skills. Cause I'm trying to figure out, did Suspect have a knife or not? Cause I ain't get to see no knife on video. And you know I don't like to go by what other niggas say. So what we gotta do is, we got a couple niggas who was in the room. Right? We gotta listen to what they saying.
Had him at a standstill, but it definitely stopped him in his tracks, because if he did have what he said he had and he got through to him, man, Brandon was about to be gutted salmon.
He said if he did say what he said he had, Brandon was about to be gutted salmon. Obviously he had a knife. I ain't gonna lie, sound like 88 sound like he had a knife. But bro, how would Adam know when Adam wasn't there? Why you acting like Adam word is the law when he wasn't even there? They said Adam fired the fool for it. But Adam wasn't even there though. That's why I said I didn't want to listen to Adam word, because he wasn't there. That's why I'm trying to listen to this nigga word, but he confusing. Nigga said obviously he had a knife. Nah, you know what? Hold up. Rich Trapper. Hold up. Rich Trapper. Rich Trapper did some shit on it. It popped up on my shit. Rich Trapper sits with drama discussed the hold on, let me see. This nigga, we know this nigga with the lisp right here. This nigga be lisping it up. But we gotta get the scoop on this shit. What happened? Rich Trapper proves Wack 100 is a buster who lied to on Nipsey, Munchie B. Leaked footage of a mighty suspect trying to stab Brandon. Alright, let's see. What's this? Hold on. Let's see. Let's start from the top. Almighty suspect just pulled a knife. Then that's 1 hour though. We ain't doing that. Lush accidentally admits that Almighty suspect in fact did pull a knife. This shit too long to watch. Let me see. We gonna run through it.
These thing, Reg Dog. Hey,
Because you're the same nigga who was.
nah, you.
No, my nigga.
It was a Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Not make it home from a fade, you bitch ass
Listen,
nigga.
you cannot.
Just laughed and said, "Hey,
Alright, that ain't it. That ain't it. Hold on, I got y'all. Trust me. I ain't come to this bum ass nigga channel for no reason. Trust me. Shout out to him though. Cause he got some content and we about to react to it. So shout out to him. Feel me? It's called
and crack this thing here."
It's called for use. Fair use. Lush accidentally admits that Almighty suspect in fact did have a knife. Alright, let's see.
At TNN, trapped in his network.
Let's see.
A suspect.
Fucking find out the
Don't
wrong
open
way.
up them doors though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I'm pretty sure you cannot say the.
Something completely ridiculous. But let's jump into this content, man. Let's go.
You cannot say the. You can't call.
Oh, you said he looked at other cameras. Okay, alright. That's a good point. That's a good point. We don't know that there's. I mean, I would think they would be using the cameras that got knocked down, but okay.
I'm a bitch.
That's a good point though.
You feel me? Like, and I'm pretty sure you guys can't be called a bitch either. You feel me? I'm not gonna fucking find out the
Don't
wrong
open
way.
up them doors though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He
Like,
been calling a nigga a bitch for a month.
yeah, he has. But and here's the thing. So where did Brandon? Here's the real argument.
Nigga, little did suspect know he be smoking his last blunt live on No Jumper. He be smoking his last blunt on No Jumper while he's smirking and typing in his phone. Little did he know. He probably calling the nigga up here with the burner. Knowing how this nigga dirty, he calling nigga up here to bring the burner right now.
Was Brandon actually in his feelings when he?
Nah, 88, I admit, that's a good point. You said the place is cammed up. If Adam fired him, he probably saw it on camera. That's a good point.
Said that to suspect,
Or he probably made this nigga Lush snitch.
or was he just trying to provoke suspect to get off of his square?
Man, I mean, it's my first time meeting him. I don't know.
The same shit with the provoking. With the soon as nigga, and the nigga said we finna get on camera too.
Almighty suspect just proved that he just can't handle words. Like, oh, he's provoking me. He's talking bad about me. He's this, he's that, bro. You just can't handle words, bro.
But the nigga looked at me and said, "Oh, look, nigga, like this what he do. And this what he do. And he beef with Tariq Nasheed. Tariq Nasheed got a restraining order on that nigga. This what
And sued him. He had a lawsuit against him.
This what he do. He troll niggas and get attention.
I ain't got a dog in the fight, but I did notice when he walked out, he got on Les and he like, yeah, some of your boyfriend referring to him like, they ain't call this nigga his boyfriend.
Well, no, he was saying more shit before. He said,
That's all I heard right there.
he said, I think Lush is your real father. Da, da, da. He was like making a lot of
Man, I ain't even see this footage. Where this nigga Rich Trapper get this footage from? Should we call him Bitch Trapper? Now we gonna call him Rich Trapper. We using his content, so we'll say Rich Trapper. It ain't even his content. It's goddamn No Jumper content, nigga. Bitch Trapper.
At that point, that's all I heard.
Matter of fact, let me stop, man. I ain't got no problem with the nigga cause he LGBT. It's all good, man. He LGBT, it's all good. I ain't got no beef with the nigga. Like, let me stop calling him Bitch Trapper. Like, I ain't got no beef with the nigga. But he just in the closet. It's like, yo, bro, you got caught on Grindr. Like, I didn't even know what that app was till you got caught and I had to figure it out.
No, but the thing is, look, all this aside, I fuck with Brandon as a content creator and debater.
Hey,
although I don't like when
I gotta watch this.
One of the main things that I'm against.
He put that hat back on. Yo, this nigga, he got a mohawk in the front and a full set in the back. Bro, he got a mohawk. Yo, this nigga suspect got a mohawk in the front. This nigga fucking full head of hair start with a mohawk. Bro, this nigga suspect got a frohawk. Nigga suspect got a frohawk, bro. This shit crazy. He got a mohawk in the front.
This is my main thing that I'm against.
But a full head of hair in the back.
Brandon about is colorism. Like, you act like you're for all people.
That nigga shit start right here. Yo, that nigga shit start right here. Look, that nigga shit start right here. It's a mohawk in the front.
People that are darkly, all black people.
Look, take the hat off. Take the hat off, sus. Look, he got the hood on, then he gonna put the hat back on. Look.
But the thing is, look, all this aside.
Look, yo, he got a mohawk in the front, gang. Nah, that shit crazy. That shit crazy. He got a mohawk in the front, bro. Until he move his hand, you would think he had a full mohawk. Bro, if he didn't move his hand right now, if he leave his hand right there, you think he got a full mohawk. No, the hair starts. It's just in the back. It's in the back row. It's in the back of the plane. The hair start in the back of the plane.
I fuck with Brandon as a content creator and debater.
Look, he gonna put that hat back on by any means.
Although I don't like when.
Look, put that hat back on by any means.
I gotta watch this.
Look at this shit.
One of the main things.
Look at this. He look bald from here. Yo, from here you think the nigga bald.
That I'm against.
Yo!
This is my main thing that I'm against.
Nah, that's crazy. No, I don't care who you are. Nobody is going to tolerate somebody calling them out their name multiple times. Facts though.
It's Brandon about is colorism. Like you act like you're for all people that are darkly, all black people. You consider Africans under the same.
Yo, Lush is spitting. Lush is spitting. Lush is reiterating what I said earlier. Anybody who was here on earlier when I said this, I said, bro, I don't really like the nigga Brandon because he act like he's so pro-black and he for black people, but then you shitting on this nigga Suspect. He a black man. That's weird.
One of the main things that I'm against. This is my main thing that I'm against Brandon about is colorism. Like you act like you're for all people that are darkly, all black people. You consider Africans under the same.
Look, you've been in the feds with my cousin, and that's my first cousin. Black as a motherfucker. You've been at all my family outings.
Yes.
Ain't no white people, none of that. Nothing.
I've never.
You know, nigga, when you light skinned, niggas play with you like that your whole life. I don't do that. I don't do that light skinned white shit. We not doing that, fool.
I done beat plenty of dark-skinned niggas up for thinking that light-skinned shit meant I was pussy. Niggas start calling me a dark-skinned, light-skinned nigga. That niggas call me, niggas who, my homies, my direct, my squad, call me a dark-skinned, light-skinned nigga. That's what they refer to me as, like literally. Like, I done beat niggas up for thinking a nigga, play with me, nigga. I want you to. Like, back in the day, not now. I ain't got time for that shit. Now I'm on money. I'm trying to get money. That's about it. But back in the day, my whole youth growing up, remember, I'm a project baby, bro, my whole life. Nigga, 23 years of my life, projects. Nigga, I ain't move out the projects until I was grown enough to make some money and move out. You feel me? Nigga, 23 years of my life, project. So yeah, like I said, nigga, project baby. I done beat a lot of niggas up for thinking that light skin shit or that light hair. My hair used to be way lighter. My hair used to be way more like light, like almost blonde. Like my hair used to be way lighter than this. I done beat a lot of niggas up for thinking like, oh, that golden shit is a joke. Like, okay, yeah, all right, cool. The joke is funny. Now, act like I'm pussy. Play me like I'm pussy. Try to take something from me. Try to do something to me. I'll beat the fuck out you, nigga. One of the best hands in my hood, at least in my time, nigga. It's a fact. I talk like this because niggas who gonna listen know. It's a fact.
I'm not Drake. I'm not mixed. I'm just a light-skinned black nigga. We're not gonna do that.
Yeah, Ant's definitely not taking it serious. Adam had to make sure the numbers was up for this week. But with that being said, all Almighty Suspect is doing is showing that he can't handle conversation at all. He can't handle any type of conversation.
That's true though.
I take that shit personal.
I feel like they should have been able to get through this whole podcast. They should have been able to get through this whole podcast without no interruptions. After the podcast, they could have went outside and did whatever they wanted to do. But it shouldn't have interrupted the business. Anytime you got a man that'll let his emotions fuck with his money, that's a problem. Any man that'll let his emotions fuck with his money, like, you gotta prioritize certain shit. Know what I'm saying? Like, Suspect whole identity right now is this no jumper shit. To let this nigga come in there and take that from you, bro, you lost. That's an L, bro. It's not a W.
Cause nigga, I get treated these same.
He might as well actually go bald cause his corner's running away from his head.
Places as your black ass do. When I'm in the mall, niggas follow me like I'm stealing. Nigga, when I'm in Target, you feel me? Nigga, when I'm walking down the street, the white lady grab her purse and go across the street too. So you're not finna call me no white man when I go through the exact same struggles as you just cause you 4 shades darker than me. Now I'm a white man. I don't feel that shit. We not finna do that.
But
feel
look,
that shit.
the thing
Not
is,
finna do
Brandon is an expert troll. He's essentially like if Flacco knew less about hip hop and was somehow from the Los Angeles.
Flacco brought the nigga into the mix. Flacco set this shit up. Flacco wanted to get this nigga Suspect out the paint, in my opinion. Obviously, it's my opinion, but Flacco was trying to get this nigga Suspect out the paint.
County area, up and coming. That's kind of like Brandon. But you feel me? The thing is, Brandon is really, really good at debating, and he's really good at getting under people's skin. However, like when he told me last time, he wants there to be peace. He wants to be able to pod with Suspect. All of us over here at No Jumper having good, intelligent conversations. Do you think that he felt like he was losing? That Suspect was like had the ups on him, so he had to kind of crash out at the very end?
Maybe so.
I was grilling the fuck.
Am I tweaking when I say that?
I was grilling the fuck out that.
No, I mean, shit.
Oh,
I mean, it's a good perspective, but like I said, look, the reason why, because we been here podcasting this whole time, and he had used that bitch word so many times. So when he said bitch, I really didn't think nothing of it.
Yeah, so I mean,
Right,
that's
yeah,
the
Hefe
thing.
saying the same
Sus
shit.
kind of set the tone by saying bitch, but he also, Brandon is also stated on several occasions, there's nothing that can be said to make me break character. I'm gonna
And
be
he
me.
sat here and got called a bitch a million times and sat through it as
And he
if
didn't
it
break
did
character.
there, you feel me?
So respect to that, you know what I'm saying? But I guess maybe the spitting thing was what made him
Yeah, the spitting thing.
No. The word bitch came before the spit.
So,
That's what led to the little commotion. The spit.
But Brandon said bitch. He said I'm calling. It's basically the same thing as
because
Kelpie.
Suspect said,
All
what?
of this is Kelpie
like,
part
Suspect
2.
missed it. Suspect was like, what you say? He
what the
said,
fuck you call me
yeah.
a
And he's
bitch?
like, I just did what he did. Like, I just did. And that's what Suspect like, whoops. Yeah.
So I mean,
Once I get up, this nigga fast as a motherfucker. So
Thank God.
Oh, you fast for a fat nigga?
no, bro.
Oh.
Security fast than a mother chucker.
Security probably was right outside.
Fast than a mother chucker.
Security probably was right outside, though.
That just shows right there. He depended on security to save him from Brandon.
This nigga list
You feel
was
me?
funny.
security fast as a motherfucker. As soon as I stand up, he already got his hands on me. I'm like, damn, I can't do
As soon
nothing.
as I stand up, he already got his hands on me. That's not what happened. You stood up, took a step back towards him, and then that's how it actually went down.
All I can do is.
And I know that, like, physically, the idea of me restraining Brandon is absolutely hilarious. Although I did do my best to put my body in between the two of them to create more space. Yeah, of course. Of course, but
I
I'm
was
just.
trying to break up a fight, end up losing it. Nah, you.
Of course,
you gotta
I'm
let
just-
that be. Nigga, that's what security get paid.
Honestly, I was more concerned about the camera getting hurt than either.
Okay.
TBH, yeah. With that being said, this dude, Joe Armour, 7x7, calls us Antoine, blah, blah, blah. Mina's reactions, Clout Mania TV, $10. Sharp is turning 38 in September, looking every bit of 42 or 43. Sharp got a good 20 years left. He's doing it all to himself. He is the picture of bad habits.
Yeah,
and
why you want
idiocracy.
Sharp dick?
And there's 13 likes on that comment. All right, next comment.
They calling in on Sharp dick. Like, damn, look at the comments. Like, they really on Sharp nutsack in the look at the super chat.
43. Sharp got a good 20 years left. He's doing it all to himself. For TV, $10. Sharp is turning 38 in September.
The fact that you know that man's birthday, and I bet you he don't know your birthday, you got, like, nigga, like, what the fuck? Like, you calling in to talk shit about the man, but you know the nigga birthday. I bet you know exactly the day of his birthday, too. Like, I bet you know his exact birthday. But you worry about how many years he got left in life. Like, nigga, damn, you sucking dick in the goddamn chat. Like, goddamn, just because Lush beefing with a nigga don't mean you got to run behind him. You a flunky of Lush? You a groupie to Lush? You running behind Lush? Whoever the fuck sent that super chat is eating dick a lot.
Looking every bit of 42 or 43. Sharp got a good 20 years left. He's doing it all to himself. He is the picture of bad habits and idiocracy. And there's 13 likes on that comment. All right, next.
Bro, Lush is reading a comment that a nigga said, he is the picture of bad. He's only going to live for 20 more years. Bro, what is Lush? Look, did we see this nigga Lush walking? Bro, I hate the clown niggas, bro. Did y'all see this nigga Lush walking? Hold up. I bet you if I just put Lush walking, we could find something. Lush walking. Like, look at this shit. Lush walking. Lush no jumper. Let me see. I gotta see. Don't even know who he is. Lush no jumper. Let me see. Damn, they really don't got it. Just him walking. All right. Remember when he what was it? When them niggas pulled up. Remember when them niggas pulled up? What was it? Fuck. All right. I'll show y'all later.
Next comment.
I don't know how.
There's another one.
Nigga, Lush look like he on the edge. Nigga, it's about to be over for Lush. Nigga walk like he got, what is that shit? Multiple sclerosis or something. I don't know.
When J.Focus became a member for a month, hashtag torso gang or don't bang. $5 from BMX 1803 and doing a podcast with all the dropout could not be me.
All right, man. So that's that. We finna go to the next one. Let me get Brandon on his phone. We out to the next one. Free Avenue.
He say he about to get Brandon on his phone. Nigga, he ain't even show us. Nigga, when did Lush admit that? That this nigga be pump faking, bro. That was, yo, we watched that whole shit and I ain't hear Lush say nothing. I ain't hear Lush say, oh, my Almighty had a knife. That's crazy, bro. That nigga's a bitch for that.
No, there's already footage of me trying to like get away from screen.
Oh, wait, hold on. Fuck that. I know where we gotta go. Where my nigga at? Let's go, man. Shout out to my nigga Point and Shoot.
This video, I want to talk to you guys about this very serious incident that happened last night on No Jumper, where notorious failure Almighty Dodson got extremely angry at Brendan and decided to assault and batter him live on the show, resulting in a zesty
88 said the colorist stuff makes me smile. Why does that make you smile, bro?
kerfuffle between the two of them.
Guys.
Now, I do want to start at the beginning here because most of you probably have...
This nigga belly was hanging out?
Guys.
This the skinniest nigga I know that got a muffin top. This nigga looks skinny from the face and all of that. Nigga the whole time got a muffin top. Look at this shit.
Now, I do want to start at the beginning here because most of you probably have no idea who Dodson even is. So let me explain. So Dodson is a guy who went viral a long time ago for being on the news.
Snatching your people up, trying to rape them, so y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband because they raping everybody out here.
So that's...
They raping everybody out here.
Dodson, and please do not call him Dodson. He does not he doesn't want anyone. If you call him Dodson, he says that he will physically beat you up.
I want to give like fair warning to niggas, bro. That's all my mama. If a nigga ever walk up to me and call me Antoine Dodson, I'm beating your ass.
Now, to make a long story short, Dodson used to be...
If a nigga ever walk up to me and call me Antoine Dodson, I'm beating your ass. That's crazy.
Dodson, he does not he doesn't want anyone. If you call him Dodson,
why would he even say that? If it hurts him that much, why would he put it out there for people to do?
He says that he will physically beat you up.
I want to give like fair warning to niggas, bro. That's all my mama. If a nigga ever walk up to me and call me Antoine Dodson, I'm beating your ass.
Now, to make a long story short, Dodson used to be in Black P Stone gang in Los Angeles until he was put off. He's no longer a gang member, so now he's a pimp, and he goes around and traffics women on the streets of LA. He openly brags about this on No Jumper.
He's mad now. Who said he was gang member? I'm big old pimping cooked.
Pimping? Are you gang member or are you a pimp?
One thing I don't agree with is the
like, are you a gang member or is you a pimp? Yo, this shit crazy.
He openly brags about this on No Jumper.
He's mad now.
Super gang member.
Who said he was gang member? I'm big old pimping cooked.
Pimping? Are you gang member?
Look at her, like she is, like you're like a child. I fuck with her though. I ain't gonna lie. Her commentary, I fuck with. She look mad young though to me. Like she can't be a day over like 23, right? Am I right? She can't be a day over 23. She just seemed like a baby to me.
Member, are you a pimp?
One thing I don't agree with
that's why I can't hear her talking like that. It's like you can't be a day over 23, shorty. You can't be. You're like a baby. And even if you in a gang, you like a little pup. Like you ain't got no stars. Like you ain't got no status yet. I know you can't. You a baby. You look mad young.
You feel me? The pimping and pandering charge shit. You feel me? Because I can potentially get one of those. You feel me? But allegedly. But
now I also want to mention that Dodson.
Why would he say that? Like, why would this nigga say that?
Big old pimping cooked.
Pimping,
Another
are you
one.
gang member or are you a pimp? Black?
One thing I don't agree with is the you feel me, the pimping and pandering or charge shit. You feel me, because I can potentially get one of those. You feel me? But allegedly. But
now I also want to mention that Dodson did have a very brief, very short-lived career as a local rapper in LA, but he fell off because he was trash. And so you got this BPS dropout turned failed rapper, turned pimp, turned podcaster, and the most famous thing he's ever
Damn, that's a lot of turned.
in LA, but he fell off because he was trash. And so you got this BPS dropout turned failed rapper, turned pimp, turned podcaster, and the most famous thing he's ever done, the thing he's known for the most, is beating up that guy Kelpie the P for calling him a bitch.
Man, that's crazy, because we do know Dotson. Damn, I'm calling him Dotson. We do know Almighty Suspect for that.
Niggas really know, nigga. I'm on tracks, boy. Fuck out of here.
I ain't never
nigga.
seen no bitches.
Who are you?
I'm Lil
Who
Kelpie.
are you? No
Kelpie
one
the
knows
pimp.
you.
Kelpie the motherfucking
Kelpie the
pimp.
clown.
You
Fuck
ain't
outta
gotta
here.
know who I am,
Fuck
bro.
outta here.
Fucking Ben Franklin knows who I am, bitch.
Fuck outta here.
He
No.
knows who the
Who?
fuck I am. I'm
You
getting
said
money
what?
every day. I said
You
Ben
said-
Franklin knows who the fuck I am, bitch.
Who you calling a
Ben
bitch
Franklin.
though?
I'm calling you a bitch.
Fuck you calling a bitch, bro, ass boy. I hurt you. Don't call me no bitch. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Don't call me no bitch. You crazy.
Nigga, Adam ran away to run back when everybody ran back. Later, Mary. Have a good evening, girly.
You crazy. I was in here chilling. Call me no bitch.
We was all trying to be in here.
What's wrong with you, nigga? What's wrong with bro? Oh, fuck. I was taking a shot out here. I know, man. Damn. Hold on. I gotta find my watch. Here.
Look, hold on. No glass. Nigga, watch always coming off. I gotta find my watch. Look, his watch always coming off.
I gotta find my watch.
I gotta find my watch. Nigga, watch always coming off, gang.
Here.
What'd that tell you?
Look, hold on. No glasses. Come on, boy. Don't play with me. I didn't even try to do all that, Slim. Nigga, call me a bitch. Bro,
you is a bitch.
Stop it. Look at you.
So now that we know everything there is to know about Dodson, we can move on to this
Kelpie leaking
situation with him and Brendan. So Dodson justified this Kelpie beating because he says that anyone that calls him a bitch is going to get beat up. It's automatic. It's a rule that he has.
Do you remember somebody telling you, like,
88 said, spits on people, pulls knives, argues with women, wears fake jewelry. This guy should be in a circus as a clown, in my opinion. Damn, 88, you pulling all the facts out.
if anyone ever calls you a bitch, you have to beat the shit out of them?
My pops.
So anyone that calls him a bitch, he has to beat the shit out of him. So this is what Brendan did. Brendan knew that Dodson has this rule. So last night they're having an argument. Dodson and Brendan are hurling insults back and forth.
Hey,
Stop wearing
Donnie,
booty shorts off, nigga.
Take this nigga on the tour to Turkey to get his hairline replenished.
Stop playing. I play tennis racket shoes on, nigga. And get
They gonna revival of y'all friend laughing at you.
It's funny. When you're funny, it's funny.
Y'all friend laughing at you.
Now,
That's
here's
a
the
damn
thing.
shame.
He about to get beat up by a guy wearing booty shorts.
Hey, right, imagine you caught the game and got whooped out by a nigga in booty shorts. That's crazy. That would be reality. That would be a reality.
I would love to see it. You wrestle niggas on mats. We ain't seen you do nothing with your hands yet.
So as you can see, Dodson's getting mad. He's just bursting with zest. And so this is where Brendan decides to check Dodson's temperature by calling him a bitch to his face to see if he stands on that little rule that he has. And this is where things get out of control.
Hey, Jason, he's always bringing up fighting. You can't be the nigga bringing up fighting and try to put it on the other nigga to do something.
So,
But I just caught you one. I just caught you one. Just like that, you are a bitch.
Guys.
Oh,
Guys, come on. Guys, come on. Chill, guys.
So Brendan calls Dodson a bitch. Dodson rises to his feet and spits upon Brendan's body. So Dodson always spits on his male subjects before he starts getting busy.
What?
And that is true.
That is
Remember,
true.
he spit on Kelpie.
That is true. He not lying about that though. That is true. I ain't gonna lie. That is true.
Before he started beating on Kelpie. Well, he spits on Brendan, but he doesn't beat Brendan up. Brendan stands up to engage in mutual combat, at which point Dodson pulls out a knife.
What? Nigga, It was.
Nigga, I spit on you. Nigga,
got
you
a
do
knife.
nothing.
Nigga got a knife. Scary ass nigga.
Oh my God, so Lush 1 is standing between them and he's just pounding buzz balls one after the other and he's sagging,
Lush.
fully sagging, subrectally sagging. And he thinks he's not on camera right now, so he has no shame. He's just pounding buzz balls, but he didn't know that someone behind him was filming him with his phone.
Wait, let me see. I ain't even noticed this shit.
Ends up to engage.
That's why we need this nigga, the sheriff, man. This is why the sheriff is here.
Engage in mutual combat at which
If I fought everyone that called, if you fought everyone that called you a bitch, you be in jail. Facts. Sus is one of them skinny fat guys. Facts. Muffin top.
point Dodson pulls out a knife.
Muffin top, bro. What? But we didn't see the knife though, so it's like, come on, we can't just jack that.
To engage in mutual combat, at which point Dodson pulls.
Oh, was that a knife?
Brandon up. Brandon stands up.
Was that a knife right there?
To engage in mutual combat, at which
That's not a knife right there, is it?
point Dodson pulls out a knife.
What? Somebody would have got cut if that was a knife.
In mutual combat.
Nah, that's not a that's a blunt. That's a blunt.
At which point Dodson pulls out a knife.
What? Nigga, it was. Nigga, I spit on you. Nigga, got do nothing. Nigga got a knife. Scary ass nigga. You
Oh my God, so Lush 1 is standing between them and he's just pounding buzz balls one after the other and he's sagging, fully sagging, subrectally sagging. And he thinks he's not on camera right now, so he has no shame. He's just pounding buzz balls, but he didn't know that someone behind him was filming him with his phone. So Lush is in between him. He's like, shit, fool, if I'm finna jump in this motherfucker, I'm finna get drunk first, fool.
What?
On West LA, this shit's bunk.
On West LA, this shit's bunk.
Him with his phone. So Lush is in between him. He's like, shit, fool, if I'm finna jump in this motherfucker, I'm finna get drunk first, fool.
What?
On West LA, this shit's bunk, fool. Sus, you is a bitch, homie. Shut the fuck up.
bitch. Nigga, knew you was a that part. Nigga, shut up. Shut up. Nigga, knew you was shut up. Nigga, you got spit on. Pussy.
No, I didn't.
You got, yeah, you did.
No
Yeah, you
spit
did.
touch
I watched
me.
it.
No spit touch me. No spit touch me.
So Brendan says that he did not get spit on, so I want to take a look at that. So Dodson stands up and he spits.
Nah, that spit hit him.
This looks like a meteor shower of saliva. This looks like, I mean, this is a nice spread, like a
Yeah, where he hit that nigga like a shotgun. That's just like a shotgun shells.
shotgun spread.
Yo! Yo, me and my nigga the sheriff is in sync, bro. We said that shit at the same time, bro. That shit like a shotgun shell.
Get spit on, so I want to take a look at that. So Dodson stands up and he spits. This looks
This is definitely shotgun shell type.
like a meteor shower of saliva. This looks like, I mean, this is a nice spread, like a shotgun spread. So it's a high probability
Shout out to the
rate,
sheriff.
right? So let's see here. Oh, yeah, look, right on his pant leg here, you can see a little bit of foamy spit.
What?
So he was spit on.
Guys.
And I'm sure more got on him.
That's scary. What you want to do about it, nigga? What you want to do about it? That one. Nothing. Look. Nothing. Look what? Do something about
Such
it.
a good pod before this happened,
Nigga.
guys. We're doing so good.
Nigga, tell
For the love of God, Lush, would you shut the fuck up? We're trying to listen to this. We got Lush talking over everyone.
Right.
Nah, fool, like we were all doing so good, you feel me? We should just all just interlace our toes and sing Kumbaya and have Rice Krispies treats, you feel me? Lush, shut the fuck up for a second, okay?
Right, get the
You understand?
Nigga, I watched it. I watched it, nigga. I watched it. Nigga, what we gonna do? What you wanna do about it? What you wanna do about it, nigga? What you wanna do about it? Meet me outside, nigga.
You a scary nigga.
What you wanna do about it? What you wanna do about it?
Now, I do want to show you this little thing with the security guard. The security guard, instead of effectively separating the two, all he does is go up Almighty Dodson's shirt, caressing his nipples.
What?
And this is all he really did. And Dodson's doing a little thing with his hand. I mean, this was kind of...
Yo, this is a skinny fat nigga, bro. This is a skinny fat nigga, bro.
Expected. And it was at this point that Gunner's boyfriend blacked the screen out so we couldn't see what was going on. But I guess apparently what happened was Dodson, fearing for his life, pulled out a knife and brandished it to try to prevent himself from getting beaten up by Brendan because Brendan charged him. And we actually have commentary from Brendan on Rich Trapper's channel. He got the exclusive.
Same time, bro, that's a huge liability. Like, why you... Bro, it's different now. You ain't just whooping niggas out. You pulling knives on niggas.
No weapons.
Come do something, Mr. Rest.
There's a knife right there.
Come
You
do
doing
something.
it now.
Where?
That nigga brought him down.
Where?
Bro, trying to bump him for it.
Where?
A Swiss Army knife.
Where? Police ask you where? You're the feds. Federal fed. Bitch ass.
Now, apparently, the 16 of Nashua is furious about this, even though he like lined this whole thing up and facilitated this and knew that they really didn't like
Nah, Adam's head look crazy right here, bro.
each other. And so now that it boils over, I guess he's super furious about it, which is pretty
Has there
strange.
been any word from Adams? Because I know by now he for sure done seen this. For sure.
He's pretty irate. He's pissed.
Because suspect is already on a don't put your hands on nobody list, I would already assume.
When Remo hits me up to tell me how pissed Adam is, I know that is serious because I don't ever talk to Remo.
Got you.
But Remo was like, nigga, he was just like, bro, you been carrying yourself real well on the show. Like, you was just defending yourself. Like,
damn, bro, you finna replace suspect? You finna take suspect job?
I don't even know anything about replacing a nigga,
So
but
that's really interesting. So Dodson, so did Brendan bait Dodson into attacking him so that Dodson would get fired so that Brendan can take his mic?
Probably.
Is this all a conspiracy? I mean, Jala, we all know Jala hates.
Yo, my nigga, me and the sheriff is literally, I fuck with the sheriff, man. I got a link with the sheriff, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. Me and this nigga, the sheriff, bro, we be seeing eye to eye on shit. Flacco's at the bottom of this shit.
It's Dodson, and this is Jala's boy. That Brendan is Jala's creation. So was this all a setup? Was it?
Brandon is Jala's creation.
Is this a conspiracy to get Dodson out the way?
Yup, bro. What I say, gang, I don't be telling no lies. I put that on Anything I Love. I never watched this video. Put that on Anything I Love. I didn't watch this. What's this? The sheriff video, point and shoot. This is my first time watching it with y'all here on live.
So that
And I said mad shit that he already said.
that Brendan can be a full-time
say it now.
employee at No Jumper? That's very interesting, actually. And I want to show you what Dodson looked like after he realized that he made a crucial mistake and he's probably going to get fired over this. Look at how worried Dodson looked.
Welcome to all our new members. Thank you guys. $5.
Man, y'all niggas out of pocket, bro.
So Dodson is extremely worried, okay? And he should be because he has actually been fired. I'm getting breaking news here. Almighty Dodson is fired. What? He is fired. He just got fired. I'm watching it right now. Look at this.
I have an announcement. Many of you are probably expecting this. As of today, Almighty Suspect will no longer be a host on No Jumper. For anyone who's living in a hole in the ground, there was a confrontation last night between Brandon, a.k.a. Bucci Bear, a.k.a. Dark Brandon, and Almighty Suspect that resulted in both spit flying and a knife being pulled out. Both of these are infractions that I fear we just cannot tolerate as a business. Many times over the past couple of years, I've looked back at the Kelpie incident and I have felt like I was a little too lenient. Like I feel like that incident, even though we managed to skate essentially because we got Kelpie to sign off on suing us, I think it was extremely lenient of us to not fire Sus at that time. And I'm not going to lie, there's been a couple of times since then, in particular with the whole Jalise thing, where it really, really felt like he was on the border of attacking her.
What your mama do? Thank you. Thank you. You're mad. You mad. You mad.
She the one that walked up to him.
You mad.
She the one walking up to him. That's crazy. How you gonna say it looked like Suspect was gonna attack her? She the one walking up to him.
That got a little scary for me and made me feel like, Jesus Christ, maybe this is not okay.
So Dodson is fired. He is unemployed. He will be going back to McDonald's and he will be slanging those Happy Meals.
What?
He's going to be thumbing through those chicken nugget 50 pieces. Oh, shit. I'm getting a text message here. So that pretty much means it's time to go. I'll see you guys on the next one. Hit like and subscribe and go check out the Patreon if you want.
Damn. That's crazy. That shit was short as quick. Shout out to my nigga, though. He can't, nigga, Almighty Suspect fired off that gang. Sheesh. All right, let's finish watching the why he got fired video, bro. I guess he might have put out the blade. He might not have.
Okay, but to call Brandon Agent of Chaos.
They trying to get this nigga locked up, though. Even if he did pull out the blade, why make an announcement that you firing him because he pulled out a knife? You try to send that nigga to jail? You want him unemployed and in jail?
When even like
I think it's a perfect description of him.
Okay, but even when the show started, from like my perspective, like if the goal was to have them two sit down, talk out their issues, and have like a neutral field, even like when like they began like to argue, you could like clearly tell from like your laugh and laugh and every, it felt like, oh, okay, this felt like a pile on Brandon, and it kind of felt like okay, is he coming around because y'all enjoy him, or is he coming around because you felt like let's get one up on Brandon today? And that's why, and I felt like once it was going left, again, not just you, but everybody in like in the room had a responsibility to sort of like say, hey, yo, chill. But even, okay, for example, even before like their sit down, but what I told everybody, again, my plan was to come here and say, as a team, we thought it was good to have them sit down and on camera. But since y'all opened up the rabbit hole, I said beforehand, what? Hey, bruh, this will end bad. Do this. And everybody said, no.
Which is true.
You feel me?
Which is true. Now
I predict everything that happened.
So Flacco was actually against him sitting on camera today. Shout out to Flacco then. Even though he is the reason why Brandon is born into this universe and beefing with Suspect.
I was on the road, and for the record, in the group chat, I just want to lay out how this went.
Yeah.
It was brought up in the group chat. Adam's not here. Who should we have on the Tuesday show? Yeah. Lush said, let's get Brandon and Suspect together. And then,
you might want to scroll up a little bit.
You reached out to them, and they both, obviously Brandon was down from the beginning, but I was informed that Suspect was down for it.
And in the debate, too, he even brought up the fact that he wanted Suspect and Brandon to sit down.
Who brought that up?
Again, I ain't watching, but you told me that.
Okay. So let's clarify a few things to address to your first point.
Yeah.
As far as from a moderation perspective, could I have done better?
You was laughing hard every time Suspect said something. It was
Hey,
feel me?
Hey! Stop trying to compete for King Glazer. All right?
Oh my God! Come on, man.
This is already my title.
Okay, sorry.
You don't need to cuff the balls that much, all right? So yeah, just grab them.
You got to do that.
Little nails feels great.
I'll let loose. You feel me? And off the balls.
So here's the thing. Number one, could me objectively, when I look at myself, because I hold myself to a really high standard,
we do.
Could I have been a better moderator? Absolutely. Now let's look at some of the things that I was dealing with, the unforeseen. I was not aware of the full extent of the lineup until 2 hours before the podcast. And then, so keep in mind, I'm trying to do multiple things at the same time. Make sure we get good content.
But it's your show. What do you mean you wasn't
hold on.
aware?
I'm towing the line between, because we like conflict. We like arguments. Okay. We like that energy. The whole point of No Jumper is controllable chaos. But when it becomes uncontrollable, that's where motherfuckers got to intervene. Now,
but don't get past that line though.
Hold on.
I wasn't aware. Why wasn't you aware? It's your show. When Adam isn't here, it's your show.
I am not the producer of the show. I'm the A mic when Adam's not here.
Nigga, it's yours. Okay.
So these conversations, regardless, I'm not trying to.
Wait, pause. Okay, sorry. A producer gives suggestions. Meaning this, okay? If I'm on right the Thursday show, okay? I don't care if Josh and Remo says, hey, yo, let's have these three. No, nigga, if I want for these two people to be here, they're going to be here. I mean, if Adam isn't here, it's your show.
Well, clearly I don't have that jug, because I brought 150 people here, and they weren't even allowed in the building.
Bro, you could have told Josh and Remo
that narrative out the water.
You didn't, intentionally do that.
Right, that's when you got exposed, when we saw your walk. We got to see that shit, man. Hold up, man. Hold up. Yo, hold up real quick. Let me... While y'all watch this, I'm gonna find I'm gonna find Lush's walk while we watch this.
Bro, no.
Just to be fair, okay. If I really had juice to that degree,
you might not have known, though, right? But again, if Adam isn't here, this is yours. And if Josh and Remo says, "Hey, bro, bring these," no, you can say, "No, I want." No. Suspect Brandon and these.
Let me clarify. I was very happy with the panel.
Okay,
you feel me? But here's the thing.
Did anybody know Bizarre was coming? I had no idea.
I didn't know until.
So they sprung that on you guys too.
Yes, I knew an hour and a half before. Which I was, Bizarre's my friend in real life. I was excited about that.
Shout out Bizarre,
Shouts to Bizarre. That was awesome. I wish he could have been there longer. Now,
was he still there? Was he there when the fight took place?
No, he
had just left.
He had a video shoot with B Real that night, so he dipped beforehand and shit.
Which thank God, right? Because that would have been a terrible.
I mean, thank God.
But you know, he probably could have helped with the security. He's a big dude. He could have, you know, maybe
It would have been a little bit more viral if Bizarre. I mean, really, if they just kept the camera on. Well, honestly, we have that camera.
No, we have the angles.
The funniest shit about it, honestly, just to get past the fact that it's sad that Sus is not going to be on camera anymore, but like the way.
Look at this shit. This is when we found out my nigga Lush got the slush walk. I don't know.
It's just Lush coming outside. He's walking funny as fuck too. He's got some sciatica problems, back You know, when people smoke crank and they stay up for like 7 days and they're sitting in a chair,
My boy
people smoke
Lush is-
walking think.
What is
Are you
Lush
gonna call
on?
the cops on him? That's so on
Look
these
at Lush.
Crips, which
Look
is
at
fun
Lush.
coming outside. The cops have been called. I believe Sassy Josh called the cops on these Crips, which is fucked up, by the way. They were invited there. You're going to call the cops on them? That's so messed up. No Jumper's a cop calling organization, I think. So this footage is Lush.
Why his arm is down there like that too? Like why his arm hanging like that? Like he have.
Coming outside, he's walking funny as fuck too. He's got some sciatica problems, back You know, when people smoke crank and they stay up for like 7 days and they're sitting in a chair for 7 days, your spine requires sleep to regenerate and to heal. You know, the wear
Look at this nigga.
and tear. So these people that stay up for 7 days, they get back problems, muscular back problems, because their back muscles never get any rest. People are actually, believe it or not, required to lay down and go to sleep, which is what. So Lush suffers from back problems and sciatica problems, which cause him to move around with a very unusual gait, with a very funny walk, as they say. So, yeah, and he's walking around like he's Kaiser Soze out there.
What?
And people
Like these guys are so say out there.
are commenting on how he's walking. More than anything else in this clip was Lush's walk. He looks like he almost has like foot drop, like he doesn't have any
Cleft foot.
Dorsal flexion in his feet. So yeah, I want to play you this first clip. This is Lush walking around.
Like this shit is crazy.
See the white boy right here? He's one of the.
Look at this nigga over here laughing and smiling. Like, look at this nigga.
Right, so
can I ride with y'all? That's the funniest part. Can I ride with y'all? Nigga need a ride after all that.
Way that Munchie did this. Munchie went.
Got some popcorn. You got popcorn, huh?
Like, I don't know exactly what happened in his brain, but he like popped into like a squat.
And look,
It's survival instincts, man.
And we all know physically.
Security footage. He almost fell off the back of the couch.
Yeah, that's what I was worrying about when I was watching it too. Yeah.
And we know that I'm not the most physically imposing figure, but
Oh yeah, they got security footage. You right. 88. Yo, to be old means to be wise, or to be older means to be wise. With age comes wisdom. My boy said, "Listen, Adam's seen the security cameras. That's why he fired that boy."
if you watch the footage, I did hop up and try to get in the mix. Like, there's been other times where I didn't, and this time I did.
And who was the security guard? Like, he looked like he was like
He's the man.
Coop, yeah, he's
Coop
Coop. He was always at the store and stuff. He's super good, yeah.
Push Brandon back.
Well, he's super small though. Like, he's not really.
He's not super small.
He's
not
a
like a
lot smaller
giant,
than Brandon.
Okay.
He's smaller than Brandon, that's for damn sure.
Yeah.
But look,
Yeah, he looks small 'cause of Brandon.
So Flacco, keep in mind, I'm trying to make entertaining content, keep the show flowing with topics, make sure that we get the clips that we're supposed to be getting, and simultaneously
Lush is a
make sure
funny guy.
Bizarre's included and our other hosts, and not look like a you feel me? Which is a crazy thing when me and Brandon have this not contentious relationship, because me and Brandon are actually hella cool. But
not really though, man.
No, really though.
I'm not gonna let you get that off, man.
No, we really are
We have
actually.
some issues, but I don't
No,
think
we don't.
hate each other, right?
We have no issues.
True, but super cool is not even like a viable option.
Hey,
They did a debate.
Yeah.
Cooler than you think we are.
I did a
promise
debate,
you.
and I mean, he gave you a hard time about being a druggie a little bit, or alcoholic, or whatever, and
He called him
he
Boogie, man.
kind of called you like a glazer and a wannabe black dude type shit, whatever. Like, but
And the sky's blue.
Yeah,
you feel
it's
me?
not-
Like
No, Lush. Listen, no, Lush. Thing is this, bro. Like, you tried your best. So again, by no means am I saying it's on you. I'm saying
no. You made a whole video with that implication already. Before that, nobody was even thinking that. I get hell inboxes. This is your fault, Bush.
I'm saying, right, like in the future, man, because for me, when I look at this scenario, it's not even like a situation of, oh, we didn't know. I told you beforehand this would happen. And I laid down all my reasons why this would happen. And it kind of went ignored. And I'm saying is this, okay? Even with the aspect of, suspect didn't know until the morning of, that's crazy.
That's crazy, bro. Why suspect didn't know till the morning of?
All my reasons why this would happen. And it kind of went ignored. And I'm saying is this, okay? Even with the aspect of, suspect didn't know until the morning of, that's crazy.
That is crazy because but this is the thing, he got a new number. Yeah. And I guess Josh had been texting his previous number. I didn't know he had a new number. Yeah. Josh had been hitting up his previous number. But at the end of the day, it would have been nice for him to know way in advance, but he didn't know, and he ended up showing up regardless. Yeah. And he knew that he was going to be on camera with somebody that he doesn't get along with. And I see a lot of people saying, Brandon is so confrontational, Brandon is disrespectful, etc. Well, suspect is those things as well. But then suspect also, opened it up into the realm of physical violence, which is something that I just don't want this podcast to be like, male baddies. To any extent.
I do feel them though. You can't have a bunch of fighting on the podcast. That's not what people who come to the podcast to do is fight. But also, it do seem like the nigga Brandon was inviting that kind of energy.
They call him like a first, which again
several times.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But hold on,
honestly,
Adam, remember what we discussed last week on the No Jumper Show? Triggers, you know what I mean?
Don't stab me. That's my trigger. Don't fillet me.
No Swiss Army fileros, you feel me? But on top of that, like
you could tell he watched Aunt Glizzy video. You heard what he said? I said Aunt Glizzy. You could tell he watched Aunt Hefe video.
Fillet me.
Remember what we discussed last week on the No Jumper Show? Triggers, you know what I mean?
Don't stab me. That's my trigger. Don't fillet me.
You could tell he definitely watched Aunt Hefe video because Aunt Hefe the one that said, bro, if he had what he said he had, nigga Brandon was about to get fish filleted in that motherfucker.
No Swiss Army fileros, you feel me? But on top of that, like you said, which is pretty obvious, your kid is like a line that people can never cross. And Hefe echoed those sentiments, and he said the B word. I said, I have no triggers. You can say whatever you want to me. I'm not going to turn up. You feel me? I might turn up and go crazy, but I'm not going to. There's nothing that anybody can say that's going to lead me to a physical confrontation.
I also just think, though, that like as long as we're talking triggers, not wanting someone to insult your kid is a much more reasonable trigger than the B word, which is a very common word. Not that common to call other dudes that, but
no, the B word is no.
But also, suspect was saying it before Brandon started saying, and suspect kept calling him a fag and all this other shit, and it's like,
he was wilding.
He was,
it's like, I mean,
but okay, so what's the so there is a difference though, since we're talking about that now. There's a difference between elementary insults, literally like grade school caps, and personal attacks. What did suspect really do to attack Brandon's character? Brandon is bringing up that's really like personal and potentially embarrassing about Sus. He's talking about, oh, you got put up or whatever, the BPS thing.
Yeah. But let's not act like Brandon wasn't trying to like really cut deep.
Well, who started that though?
Who started that?
Because when the show started, again, Brandon said, yo, let's just go to topics. And then wait. And then a topic started off with the assist shit. And then I feel like what like sparked it off was when suspect was like, yo, if you did not attack me, you wouldn't be here, you ain't shit. And then he responded back with, well, if you acting right like a uncontrollable, I think he says like beta, then if that's what it took for me to be here, then like so be it. So I feel like it, and he was trying to do topics. Y'all
no.
have
fuck
the
that.
back and forth.
Shut the fuck up. You're wrong.
Okay.
No, and this is the issue. No. This I have a huge issue with what.
Remember, he here to defend Bucci. He He is here to defend Bucci Brandon, so he not gonna say nothing against Bucci Brandon. That's who he here for. Remember, he created Bucci Brandon. He the reason why Bucci Brandon here.
You just said
we gonna call him Bucci Bandit.
Trying to do topics, we literally had Sharp in the title. Torso Gate was part of the title. The first two topics on the screen said Sharp's name. We're trying to discuss it. I'm bringing, because it winds up becoming a random conversation about pimping and would you buy a purse and a bunch of random. Me, as the A mic on the show, doing what I'm supposed to do to clip farm, which is what we do, I go back to Sharp because that's what he said.
Why Adam just roll his eyes like that? Look at Adam when he said we hit a clip farm.
Me, as the A mic on the show, doing what I'm.
Even right here, look how Adam blinked. Look how Adam blinked. Look at his eyes when he said A mic. You like, what? He meant on the show when you're not on it, dickhead. He's not trying to say right now.
Person, a bunch of random. Me, as the A mic on the show, doing what I'm.
Look, he's taken back by that. Look at his blinks.
Supposed to do to clip farm, which is what we do. I go back to.
Now you start looking around like, huh? Did I tell this guy to say that?
Sharp, because that's what he said. We ain't trying to talk about Sharp. You feel me? Like, nah, Les, you're not reading the room. I'm like, Dick, this is the topic that's predetermined. So don't talk about how he's. No, not only that. Then Young and Hefe's like, you know what? Because like obviously it got redundant at a certain point. Young and Hefe's all, yeah, let's go to the next topic, Nipsey Hussle. So I go, okay, next topic is Nipsey Hussle. We gonna start discussing that. Then all of a sudden, he's like, "Oh, I see what you're trying to do, Lush. You trying to like pit black men against each other. You trying to disgrace."
But
Nipsey's
he could think
legacy.
that certain topics is dumb and still want to talk about other topics. I'm saying at the 14
But he wasn't
minute,
discussing the topics. You're mischaracterizing what
That
happened.
is very bad podcasting. Like,
Thank
if there
you.
are topics to be discussed, they should either be be discussed.
Common
Give
sense.
it 10 minutes because like rejecting topics and
sure.
acting like you're too good to talk about.
Yeah, that's not cool.
About them or whatever. I'm anti.
Yo, I'm liking Lush energy right here. He pressing Flacco.
By that.
I'm liking Lush energy. He pressing Flacco, and I fuck with that. Yo, Shorty about to detail getting arrested. Should we watch that now? We'll watch that another time. We got some other shit. Yo, man, Tory Lanez, bro. Unfortunately, fortunately, my boy Tory Lanez is doing. He's doing well. He's healthy. Unfortunately, this nigga right here stabbed my nigga up, and we got the video of it. And let's get to the video.
And so what exactly took place between you and Tory Lanez that day that you stabbed him allegedly?
I just came out in the morning to tell him, good morning. And I told him what's up. Give him a little fist bump, asked him if everything is good. We had a little situation the night before and the day before.
So what was the situation
None of that shit happened just now.
night before and the day before?
He attacked the nigga from the back.
So I heard some rumors that he was trying to put money on my head. He saw him come.
Now he on the floor stabbing him in the front and the chest and shit.
Comfortable living next to him. Said I was a threat. So I confronted him. And then I found out the same thing. He said he tried to put money on my head, so he said I put money on his head.
I don't even believe this. The story he telling is a lie. We watching this shit. He was about to go downstairs. You caught him from the back. Probably stabbed him, which took him to the floor.
Had a little discussion or whatever. So the next morning, that night, he said some shit. Some kind of crazy. So the next morning, I came out to see if everything was good. Touched phone, talked to him. He said, yeah.
Bro, these black niggas was right there. Watch this Mexican nigga stabbing Tory up. Ain't do nothing. Niggas did not jump in. Saw the nigga poking Tory up. Did not jump in.
So I was going back into my cell. And when I looked back, instead of going to cell, he was walking towards my door. He stood in front of my cell, looked at his boys, made his little smirk. And when he showed me what he had and something in his pocket, I just rushed him.
What do you have in his pocket?
I just rushed him. What he showed me looked to me like I believed it could be a weapon at the time. So I rushed him, and I just snatched him. I just took advantage of him.
That shit crazy. Nigga was definitely trying to kill Tory, y'all.
I was threw him all over, and I was killed.
He was definitely trying to kill Tory, in my opinion. I don't even want to speak on it too much, but he was definitely trying to kill Tory, in my opinion. I ain't even gonna lie. What's this we got? Cooking with Kaya caught cheating at Constant at Stream University.
Crazy to go back in time and look at some of the content that I have created. Right. So she would combine demonstrating components of her sexuality via twerk.
Shout out to Cooking with Kaya. She look good. Sexy girl.
Would combine that with cooking while also saying that she was going to steal your man. Right. So she would gain this cohort, this audience of men, some of which were simps, some of which were just appreciative that a modern woman today was demonstrating her cooking skills and her ability. But at the same time, she gained a cohort of women that absolutely hated her. You combine those two things together and it just went crazy all over the internet. Again, I did content in regards to her. And what did I say? I said, from a media perspective, genius. Now, if I was her father, I would be completely and utterly embarrassed. All right. Also within my content, I called out that judging from what I see, I can tell that she has some 304 for the streets behavior on her boyfriend. Let's watch.
All right, y'all. So basically, we for the people who don't know, we went to we had a party. Like we all went to like the club. Basically, I was dancing with the girls. Supposedly, he touched me, and I had no idea. Like he touched me without me even seeing. So I was unaware of that until the chat started saying like his name, and I didn't know who he was at first. But he did just come up to me. He apologized if he did do it. Which I'm not denying that he did because I've seen like a clip or whatever, but he apologized for it. No, y'all, don't not start saying assault. Don't start saying that, y'all. Don't say that, don't say that. But he did apologize. He wanted to apologize on stream. He wanted to apologize to my chat for that. Cause yeah, like I said.
Damn, she looked way more mid on stream. I ain't gonna lie. She looked way more mid and regular on stream than she do on Instagram. On Instagram, she looked way better.
He said he was drunk. I didn't know that he was like I said, I was with girls. I was with a group of girls. It was on, I was streaming the whole time. I was with a group of girls. So supposedly when he did that, he said he was like drunk or whatever. But like I said, he apologized. That's the end of it.
So this was her initial statement after she got caught cheating. And we're going to go over the guy who did the slapping's apology video, as well as go through the content of the slap actually occurring. But the boyfriend.
How old is she? I don't even know how old she is. I know she grown.
Was in a hotel in the general vicinity of where this party was happening. But again, he wasn't invited because he's not a part of the streaming university. But it is her story here today that she got slapped multiple times on her cheeks and didn't know that it was occurring. I don't know about you guys, but I think that her lies.
It's over 9,000!
Let's go. Now, the young brother was very hurt over the situation, and rightfully so. To see your girl surrounded by a bunch of dudes that are treating her like that, and then she goes back later and says that she didn't feel it, is absolutely absurd. So it led to a breakup. But what I find so interesting is listen to the way after the breakup that Cooking with Kaya is now describing her boyfriend. Pay attention.
I'm not gonna speak on his situation because I did have. I'm not gonna sit here and cap. Of course, I have feelings for him, but I feel like he really did the most about this situation and the way he's trying to slander my name, like I'm a whore. First of all, if I was one, that would be embarrassing for you. Like, why would you stay with a whore? Why would you cry for a whore who says she wants you to go get established and that she doesn't want to be in a relationship? Why would you literally cry? Okay, like y'all.
This is what they do. They will emasculate you a moment's notice. And sometimes it's an ego thing. They want other people to know that you cried in front of them, right? That's how much that I mattered within his life, is that he cried over me. And instead of showing this man respect, who is deeply hurt at her actions, she's shifting blame, shifting accountability, while also trying to emasculate him in front of literally millions and millions of people. It's a cold world.
I've never seen a man cry like that. And I'm not, men can cry.
But it just got to the point where it's like, dang, like every time I tell you anything like that, like you should take, like that should be a good thing. I just want you to be established. That's all I want.
Now, for any of the MTRers out there, you guys really wonder why men hold back their tears, hold back their emotions? Exhibit A. So not only does he have to get over the fact that in front of streamers or other men that are a lot more established, make a lot more money, and she wasn't able to behave, not only does he have to get over that public embarrassment in front of literally millions of people, but now he has to get over the fact that she is now emasculating him in front of those same millions of people. But notice how she's also saying things about get more established. All my young G's out there that are forming their path within life earlier on, and you want to deal with women like this that get attention like this for their sexuality, displaying it like a badge of honor, you're absolutely insane.
88 says she ain't wrong.
Why do y'all think so often I go over their digital footprint? You think I just do that for shits and giggles? No, it matters. These chicks out here with these crazy egos, these modern day women are ruthless out here, baby. Don't say, hey, Uncle MTR didn't warn you. Not only is she saying that the young brother was crying, but that he was crying excessively. Oh, shut up. Golly. But that's what the mistake of somebody with these young men do. And shout out to Travis Hunter. He's going through the same thing. You're establishing their value with what they look like or how supple and viscous innards are or how that ass moves in that sundress. It's absolutely insane. Stephen Dupree says, remember, fellas, she's never your girl. It's just your turn. Sineb says, she said my dog gotta be established at 20 years old.
He only 20.
When her name blew up, I know heavy hitters with the Munyon was in her DMs. She folded. What's also interesting about this, if you go look on the TikToks right now, no women are defending her. Well, and that makes sense, right? Because she told all of the women before that she could take their man, right? Yeah, so all you have on TikTok is a whole bunch of dudes upset. And it's like crazy too. Like when Uncle FDR is telling y'all not to be upset, just to look, do not like, do not comment, and keep proceeding on. Y'all think that I'm crazy, huh? How does it feel now that your damn fantasy has been popped? Now let's go over the actual video of what happened. Now you're gonna see in the top left of the screen here, that's actually her ex-boyfriend that's currently watching the content. You'll see over here, there's a whole bunch of people that's down up in here. Cooking with Kaya is over here. It's getting ready to scroll over here in a second so you can see her. Right. Here she goes. There's a whole bunch of, there she goes right there. Right. You'll see that she's dancing.
Yeah, we was looking up India and her history the other day. Why, what's up?
On people right here. And then you're going to see here in a couple of seconds, some of the guys. There she goes. She's twerking. She's having a good time. She's doing her thing. There goes the boyfriend. That's just like, yo, I cannot believe that this is what she's doing as I'm 6 minutes away from her in the hotel. He's upset. Right. And he's doing this up on stream, by the way. Now, she's bent over, guys and girls, whole bunch of people at this specific junction. Now, she knows. Look at all them cameras. We got iPhones over here. We got Samsungs over there. And immediately after that, the young brother took to Twitter. His name is Zane Baran. F Streaming University. I just lost my ball. Damn, I'm in a hotel waiting for my B. And she at the club 6 minutes away from me getting her butt slapped live in front of 50,000 people. This is that laughing emoji that you only utilize when you're actually hurt in the situation. Clout, dangerous drug. Never trust no. The young brother done reached his RP moment.
Sheesh,
taking that to the chick. Good run. Zabron is back, baby. Hey, listen. You also need to go get a gym. I see in the gym is also my young scholar. We do squats on Mondays. See you there. Now, after the internet went ablaze, Cooking with Kaya tried to get one of the people, one of the men, to apologize. Let's listen.
My nigga, come on.
What's up, y'all?
That's my nigga, come on. This the stylish nigga. He be dressing up. He the money glitch ATL nigga. I know this nigga, Quan. Young nigga, rich nigga off YouTube.
I ain't gonna lie, I want to drink. I ain't gonna drink. We just talk like adults. This mic is unmuted. There you go. You good? All right. What are we just talking about?
talked about the situation that y'all was talking about him smacking my ass in the club or whatever, which I was unaware of it until y'all brought it up in the chat. And he just came and he said if he did, he apologized. There was nothing to do for it, and yeah.
Mind you, no, we got this. And what did you say when I told you that? You said.
Streamer stuff.
That you did that,
Exactly.
and I was unaware, like I was confused. Yeah.
And if I did, like I said, I apologize. But if I did, what did you say? What did you just tell me?
What?
You said, if I did, what did you say? It wasn't a problem. Even though, like, it wasn't
She
my
getting
business. Like I said,
nervous.
You got what you got going on. I got what I got going on. Everybody in the club,
Okay, as long as you apologize, like I said, I wasn't even aware that you did that.
Her voice started cracking and shit. Look at this shit.
She getting nervous.
Right, she is getting nervous. Look at her face.
You got what you got going on. I got what I got going on. Everybody in the club,
Okay, as long as you apologize, like I said, I wasn't even aware that you did that.
Exactly.
But he apologized, y'all. That's the end of it. We don't even talk about it no more.
She don't want to talk about it. We don't want to talk about it no more. Nah, let's talk about it. So you told him it wasn't a problem if he slapped your ass. You basically said it wasn't a problem if he slapped your ass.
Even though, like, it wasn't
She
my
getting
business.
nervous.
You got what did you just say? Yeah, like I said, I apologize. But if I did, what did you say? What did you just tell me?
What?
You said, if I did, what did you say? It wasn't a problem. Even though, like,
She said it wasn't a problem.
it wasn't
She
my
getting
business. Like I said,
nervous.
You got what you got going on.
Right. And she said, you got what you got going on. I got what I got going on. But we all drunk in the club. You know what's up.
I got what I got going on. Everybody in the club,
Okay, as long as you apologize, like I said, I wasn't
Quarter.
aware that you did that.
Exactly.
But he apologized.
He's going to make a video clear it up. Can't say he slapped her as with put her consent. He's not feeling that, right? Now I wonder if he made a video about it yet. Let's see. What is his channel? Quan? Is it just Quan? Or it's like, what's this shit? Alright, he ain't respond. He ain't make a video yet. He ain't drop a video, I don't think. These his channels. My son is lit on the tube. Look. These his channels. He got 926 subscribers and 225 subscribers. But he ain't post a video on it though. He did do I'm going to Streamer University. Let's see what he said. Did he do anything on that?
Sorry, y'all. That's the end of it. We don't even talk about it no more.
Man, that shit.
Let it go. We go.
It's exactly how men become dogs, baby. Man, these young men be wanting these relationships, but these girls want the relationships too. But then they also still want to partake in the streets. You putting yourself in the middle between all of those people twerking and dancing off. See, it's not a thought of, hey, I'm in a relationship. Let me show respect to that relationship. No, it's, hey, I'm in a relationship and I'm a modern ass woman and I'm going to do whatever I want. He can't stop me. He can't stop me from having a good time and fun. And then dudes, of course, they're going to come over there and they're going to test you. Of course, that's what's going to happen. But having the man publicly apologize while you're not publicly apologizing is absolutely incredible to me. Nevertheless, the boyfriend had some choice words.
Getting ignored. I'm getting blatantly ignored, gang. I'm gonna tell niggas, I'm getting blatantly ignored, my nigga. I'm like, bro. And the thing is, bro, what I always told her, gang, I said, bro, if you ever want any of these niggas, just let me know, my nigga. Let me know, because I'll do anything I'll do anything to try to keep us together if we having regular problems. But if it got anything to do with another nigga or trying to entertain another nigga, like explore the options, I say, yo, let me know and I will move around. You don't gotta worry about nothing. I'll be out your way. No cap. That's what I said every time I say, yo, if it's got anything to do with any nigga, tell me, and you don't even gotta worry about me trying to fix this shit. I'm gonna let you go do what the fuck you wanna do, man.
These young brothers are so lost, man. That's why I tell so many of them, work on your purpose first. All right, you over here bargaining with the young lady that you trying to date to say, I'll just back away if it's about any other man. I'm just gonna fold. Just let me know. Like, this shit is so wild to me. It is from a weak, pathetic position. But that's why I say to work on yourself first, because while she has established her value through no effort besides looking the way that she has, you need to establish your value by what it is that you contribute to the world and what you can attain to garner respect from those that deserve your time. But this is not the way, my young brother.
No cap. You feel me? But funny thing is, you had a 6 minutes away. I'm 6 minutes away, gang. At the nigga on, because look, bro, if I'm in the club, nigga, I got some drinks in my system. And I see some fine shit. Mind you, he was standing behind her for like 3 minutes before she even started doing it. So, and me, I'm doing the same shit. Behind her, I'm trying to get on that. As soon as she started getting tricked, I'm trying to get on that. I don't give a fuck. You feel me? And especially if she looked like I could do it. Like, a nigga not gonna do some shit like that if they don't feel like they can do it.
And she even said, it's not a problem that you did that. You know, it's just on camera and all of that. So let's, you know what I mean, discuss it.
On that, bro. And be like, oh, she bad. Let me grab her ass. No, man.
She created the environment.
No. Overly comfortable when they feel like they can get anybody. Bro, I wouldn't even say that, bro, because like, it's not even about the lit, bro. It's about her, how like, I don't know, gang. But I can't be mad at the.
This is the appropriate attitude to have against the other guy. There is no reason to be mad at him. Just you have to understand that your girl has created the environment for things like that to happen. But just to demonstrate how unaccountable, how much of a deflector, how much of a goalpost mover that this young lady is, she dropped this lovely gem about her ex-boyfriend.
How can you cheat with somebody you're not with? And what did I do?
Wow.
Like, I'm okay. I'm great.
You not with him now?
Wow.
Hello? And that's what it is. It's about the clout. After all of that, now she says that she was never with the man to begin with. This is absolutely absurd. Guys, let me know down in the comment box down below. What is it?
Now, you know what I think. Shit. That is what it is, right? It ain't what it is, right? We ran through all my topics. Don't worry about it, though. We ain't going nowhere. We ready. We ready for more topics. We ready. We ready. We ready for more topics. What's up? What we got? All right, let's see. Flacco reported
earlier today.
Flacco reported on this nigga getting fired. What's up? Shout out to the suspect, man. I want to see what he got going on.
It was announced on the No Jumper News that Almighty Suspect, a recurrent host on No Jumper for about 2 or 3 years now, has been fired. Suspect was fired for spitting on a co-host and pulling a knife out when an altercation broke out.
I'm going to say what I want to say. I call this nigga Antoine Dotson and everything else. I'm still going to come to No Jumper. I'm going to walk in and out this. If a want to do something, there's nothing but space and opportunity. Ain't worried about a light skin. No, period. So if that gay, he's always bringing up fighting.
Why this nigga suspect brought the bitch shit up out of nowhere? I just realized that. Cause he didn't say he said I'm gonna call this nigga a bitch. He didn't say I'm gonna call this nigga a bitch. He just said I'm gonna call this nigga Antoine Dotson or whatever.
A knife out when an altercation broke out.
I'm gonna say what I want to say.
Look, he ain't never say I call this nigga a bitch.
Say. I call this nigga Antoine Dotson and everything else. I'm still gonna come to No Jumper.
Oh, okay, he said I call him Antoine Dotson and everything else. That's why Sus said you ain't call me a bitch.
I'm gonna walk in and out this.
It's like he want the nigga to call him a bitch. Like he pulled that out. He pulled the call me a bitch out so I could. You know what I mean? Like he did that to himself. He called it. Like, you ain't call me a bitch. Like you made him say I'm gonna call you a bitch. Because if you say you ain't call me a bitch, then I'm gonna say you a bitch.
Do something.
If I'm on that type of time.
There's nothing but space and opportunity. Ain't worried about a light skin. No, period. So if that gay, he's always bringing up fighting. You can't be the nigga bringing up fighting. Trying to put it on the other do something. So, but I just caught you one. I feel like just like you are. Guys. Oh.
All right, we can skip this part.
Calling suspect in the past. Suspect has swung on another person for calling him a B on No Jumper. And a lot of people were sympathetic to suspect in the past because the person called him a B unprovokingly. However, in this situation, suspect did call Brandon a B first, called Brandon a B recurrently, like during the episode. So Brandon returned the favor in calling suspect a B and suspect getting up and spitting on Brandon and pulling out a knife when an altercation took place.
Yo, why they just reporting this knife shit like this nigga can't go to jail for that? Do they want suspect to go to jail for this? Everybody federal over there.
A lot of people look.
That's federal. Everybody that keeps saying he pulled the knife out, yeah, I just want that nigga to be jobless and in jail.
Looked at that as inexcusable. I've been a fan of No Jumper for about 6 years. I've been a host on No Jumper for about 3 years, and I've never seen Adam fired. A lot of people looked at that as inexcusable. I've been a fan of No Jumper for about 6 years. I've been a host on No Jumper for about 3 years, and I've never seen Adam fire anybody for conduct on camera. Usually when Adam is mad at you or he fires you, and he really only fired one person ever, and that was Lush One for something that Lush did outside of No Jumper in the Discord. But to fire somebody for conduct detrimental to, I guess, the workplace or things done on camera usually never happens. So this came to a surprise to a lot of people because the narrative on No Jumper or how No Jumper is being perceived when it comes to the audience or to other members of hip-hop media is that No Jumper is this wild, wild west where any and everything goes in gangland. So when they hear about somebody, spitting on another person or pulling out a knife, essentially, like, the temperature is, well, that's just what happens at No Jumper. And Adams is like, no. If this would have happened 6 months ago, do suspects still got a job? I think so. However, when you look at the current climate, you got to be able to read the room. The feds just came, took one of the hosts. Another person pistol whipped and beat up somebody outside of No Jumper. That's included in a federal indictment. You got the feds looking. You got the hip-hop media world looking. You got A-listers and celebrities and rappers claiming I can't come to No Jumper because right now it's looking violent. So Adam right now is very aware of what the perception is, and he's trying to change it. So once you're trying to change it and then this happened where another host pulls out a knife on another host, you kind of have to act. Now, I was expecting a suspension.
I will say that. He right about that shit, though. No Jumper is going through some shit right now. Like, with the whole federal shit. I ain't gonna lie. He ain't lying about that part.
Of some sort, I wasn't expecting a full-on firing. But Adam explains why it was a firing instead of a suspension.
I have an announcement. Many of you are probably expecting this. As of today, Almighty Suspect will no longer be a host on No Jumper. For anyone who's living in a hole in the ground, there was a confrontation last night between Brandon, a.k.a. Bucci Bear, a.k.a. Dark Brandon, and Almighty Suspect that resulted in...
We're going to call that nigga Bucci Bottom. We're going to call him Bucci Bottom.
Both spit flying and a knife being pulled out. Both of these are infractions that I fear we just cannot tolerate as a business. You know, many times over the past couple of years, I've looked back at the Kelpie incident and I have felt like I was a little too lenient. Like, I feel like that incident, even though we managed to skate, essentially, because we got Kelpie to sign off on suing us, I think... it was extremely lenient of us to not fire Sus at that time.
Shout out to Kelpie, but he has to be one of the dumbest people on the planet. Kelpie the P is the dude that suspect beat up on camera, his first warning or his first suspension on No Jumper. Now, like, see the clip, and then we'll talk about why Kelpie the P is one of the dumbest people on the planet.
Who are you? I'm Lil Kelpie, Kelpie the pimp. Kelpie the mother clown. You gotta know who I am. Fuck Franklin knows who I am. He knows who the I am. I'm getting money every day. I said Ben Franklin knows who the I am, bitch. Who you calling a I'm calling you a
Looking back now, I can call Kelpie an absolute idiot, like a moron. But at the time, we were really happy that Kelpie was stupid because we didn't want to get sued, bruh. Like, dude came for an interview, got punched on. We thought, okay, this dude is for sure gonna sue, bruh. Like, in his first interview, he's talking about how he was just homeless, so he clearly needs money. So when this happens, you got a lawsuit lay up in your lap. We thinking, bro, he about to take it, bro. He thirsty enough to sue. But, you know, we were able to convince them to take pennies. And
look at we were able to. Nigga, you ain't no jumper, nigga. You ain't an owner.
And, you know, and here's what really got him too, right? So he had every intention on suing. However, he apparently didn't sue because No Jumper promised him that he would be doing additional content with No Jumper. So he thought he was going to be like a recurring host on No Jumper. So because of that, because of the clout that blinded him, he thought, okay, I'm going to sign over my rights of suing. In exchange, I'm going to do some content on No Jumper.
Which never happened.
He tried to do like 1, maybe 2 appearances after that. And we never heard from him again. He never did another No Jumper episode. So essentially, bro, like this dude threw away his lifeline. He threw away a golden ticket for clout, and the clout never came because he never really got nothing from it. Like when we look back and we see that Cassie got $10 million from the hotel that Diddy apparently beat her up at.
That's not why she got the money though.
$10 million. Kelpie trading in that golden ticket for a chance at clout, to me, is crazy. Is more.
The video definitely helped. I mean, it made him pay the money immediately.
Ironic. But that situation, Adam, as I said prior, forgave Suspect because Kelpie called him a B first, and it feels like Kelpie was antagonizing it. This time around, Adam feels like it's the complete opposite. He feels like Suspect called Brandon a B a couple of times, and when Brandon called him one back, he pulled out a knife and spit on him.
If it had been the spit alone or the knife alone, it would have been an easy decision. It being both of them at the same time, you know, it's an easy decision. Now, I will address this narrative that I know that a lot of people are going to probably want to run with, since apparently Flacco ran with it in his video. Lush, do you feel like you're at fault?
Not at all. Just like 0%. But I think the whole way it transpired is really unfortunate, and I wish that there is a way that
So Flacco threw Lush under the bus, but fuck it, Lush is wrong.
Didn't have to have this result. Like, I understand from a business perspective why, you know, that can't be tolerated, and obviously, especially considering the negative stigma that's already kind of lingering as a result of the Loose incident and things like that.
A lot of y'all have been running with this narrative, especially in the Reddit. Y'all been running with this narrative that Poetic Flacco set all this up, okay?
Right,
that I brought Brandon to No Jumper as the suspect kryptonite, knowing that
so it's not just me, okay?
a suspect and Brandon would get into it and suspect would crash out. That couldn't be further from the truth. Suspect is actually my guy in real life. I love Suspect. I enjoy Suspect. And me and Suspect is gonna podcast together outside of No Jumper, okay? Like, I'm gonna have Suspect on my channel. We're gonna do things. So this is not a Poetic Flacco don't like Suspect. Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, I actually tried to prevent this. When the idea was being discussed, I said, no, these two should not sit down together until they squash it. Because bringing them on while they still have beef is only going to end bad. We should not do it. I actually went out of my way to try to save Suspect's career, to be honest with y'all, bro. I did that. So for y'all to try to put this as if you're Poetic Flacco hates Suspect, it couldn't be further from the truth, man, at all. Now, they actually would explain.
Will you admit that you the one that spawned this Bucci Bottom character? We never knew about Bucci Bottom until you brought him to No Jumper. Will you at least admit that? Don't go without fault, brother.
Now, first off, see how I just like completely...
And that same Bucci Bottom character came, and on his first episode, he started coming at Almighty Suspect talking about he used the N-word wrong. And that he light-skinned and coming at him for all this colorist shit.
Took all blame for.
But he's supposed to be Afrocentric, brother, and love all black people. Like, what the hell?
For myself.
What the hell?
During the news, that's essentially what would happen. Everybody was transferring blame to the other person, okay? Now, a lot of the blame from a lot of people got transferred to Lush One. Lush One is the de facto I guess, orchestrator of what took place yesterday. Or at least that's what Adam said.
I was on the road, and for the record, in the group chat, I just want to lay out how this went.
Yeah.
It was brought up in the group chat. Adam's not here. Who should we have on the Tuesday show? Lush said, let's get Brandon and Suspect together. And then,
You might
according to you
might want to scroll up a little bit.
you reached out to them, and they both, obviously Brandon was down from the beginning, but I was informed that
In the
Suspect
debate, too.
was down for it.
And in the debate too, he even brought up the fact that he wanted Suspect and Brandon to sit down.
Who brought that
I
up?
don't like colors.
Again, I ain't watching, but you told me that.
Okay. So let's clarify a few things to address to your first point.
Yeah.
As far as from a moderation perspective, could I have done better?
You was laughing hard every time Suspect said something. It was
Hey,
Feel me?
hey, stop trying to compete for King Glazer. All right?
Oh my God! Come on, man.
This is already my title. You don't-
Okay, sorry.
You don't need to cuff the balls that much, all right? So yeah, just
It's not even like a situation of we didn't know. I told you beforehand this would happen, and I laid down all my reasons why this would happen, and it kind of went ignored. And I'm saying is this, okay? Even with the aspect of Suspect didn't know until the morning of, that's crazy.
That is crazy because but there's the thing, he got a new number, and I guess Josh had been texting his previous number. I didn't know he had a new number. Josh had been hitting up his previous number, but at the end of the day, it would have been nice for him to know way in advance, but he didn't know, and he ended up showing up regardless, and he knew that he was going to be on camera with somebody that he doesn't get along with, and I see a lot of people saying, Brandon is so confrontational, Brandon is disrespectful, etc. Well, Suspect is those things as well.
That's one of the passes I gave Suspect and believe that Suspect should be back for a second chance because he was put in a tough position. Because his number had changed, that when they were texting him, letting him know, hey, bro, you're on a No Jumper show, as well as Brandon. So he never got those messages. So when he woke up that day and seen the flyer, hey, Suspect and Brandon are on the show today, that was the first time he figured out Brandon was going to be on the show. He couldn't back out. Because if he would have back out and they put both his face and Brandon's face on the flyer and he don't show up, the fans is going to treat him as if he was a mark. Opposed to if he would have had the opportunity to say, hey, bro, I'm not doing this podcast with Brandon beforehand, and his face wouldn't have been on the flyer, then, hey, right? Like, nobody would have known that he declined to show up. But if your face is already on the flyer and then you don't show up, there's going to be like another storyline. Brandon's going to have to head up on you, and it's going to look bad. So he showed up, I think reluctantly, but feeling like he low-key have to for his manhood, and that's what took place, right? He showed up, it got bad. They were already like drama. They already hate each other, and things got said, and that happened. I think it was a mistake. I think Suspect, if he had the opportunity to take it back, I think Suspect would take it back. I think Suspect is a much-needed podcaster. I think Suspect is phenomenal. But I do believe, like Suspect, he probably do need to, if he comes back, I feel like this would be the wake-up call. This would be the wake-up call for Suspect to really try to either go get help or try to regulate how he reacts to certain things, right? Because, I've always been called passive. I've always been called somebody who maybe y'all called me soft, but All
right, we got enough out of that video. Flacco is definitely a joker. Let's move on to the next. Let's see what's up with Diddy real quick.
A lot of us watching this trial can't begin to wrap our head around why Diddy is being charged with what he's being charged with. 1,000 different people in the industry right now who's getting sued left and right for various things, and some things are true. Nobody else is being targeted but Diddy. See, I think I found the interview. I think I found the biggest mistake that Diddy ever made, and it's all on camera. About 5 years ago, Diddy did an interview with Charlamagne the God where he broke the one cardinal rule of the secret society, which is you can't go against the agenda. Diddy is for sure a part of the secret society. He's a billionaire. You don't make $1 billion without joining the secret society, bruh. Cut it out. And if you are to go against the secret society, you got to do it in secrecy. You got to sneak up on them, bruh. You don't do a full interview breaking down your plans to destroy the system. The system will for sure destroy you before you destroy the system. So during this interview, Diddy expressed his...
I told everybody, holy...
This interview and what his quote-unquote plans were in his big mouth got him in a lot of trouble.
A couple of months I told everybody, holy vote hostage. A lot of things have gone on since then. None of us expected. I think this president has done a great job of rattling America. When you move in fear, you don't have any leverage. The way I felt before is the way I still feel. Things have got too serious of a point. Seeing what's going on, white men like Trump need to be banished. That way of thinking is real dangerous. This man literally threatened the lives of us and our families about going to vote.
Stand back and stand by.
Stand back and stand by.
Yeah.
We're in a war. We're not taking this like it's a war. We're taking this like, oh, we're in a presidential election. No, we're in a war of love versus hate. The number one priority is to get Trump out of office. The tribe of people that have the responsibility and really should be scared to death of this man is white people.
Explain.
If this man is elected, we're not standing by no more getting killed. We're not scared of anybody standing up and standing by. We're on the verge of a race war.
If he would have stopped here, he would have been gravy, bruh. He would have been probably a political hero right now. They would probably be pushing Diddy how they pushing Stephen A. Smith to run for president. But he didn't stop here. He did. He continued. And he crossed Trump. Then
Bro, who wants Stephen A. Smith to run for president? Y'all niggas is tweaking. We is not putting George Jefferson up there.
he decided he was going to cross the Democrats too. And the one thing we know, bruh, is there's certain people you can't cross.
If people in America want a race war, they'll not vote. I'm an independent, first of all. When I vote, I try to do what's best for my community.
Let's be clear on that. You're not standing behind your decision to hold your vote anymore. You want people to go out there and vote.
It would be irresponsible of me to have us hold our vote hostage. But it would also be irresponsible of me to just let this moment go by. The world is watching, and not do everything I can to make sure that going forth that we're a part of the narrative, that we own our politics. And so I'm launching one of the boldest movements that I've ever launched. And it's called Our Black Party.
Okay.
It's time for us to have our own black political party, unapologetically. Because right now, if you look at the debates, we're not even a part of the conversation.
Not at all.
We're not a part of the conversation. We don't have any political power. We don't have any political leverage. And so we started Our Black Party with some young, fearless black activists, elected officials, and I've stepped up and put the money behind it. This is the biggest threat and the only option that we have right now as far as making a change, taking our own self-responsibility and accountability to be educated and empowered with our vote.
Right. So what's the goal for our Black Party?
88 said, this sure age well. Like, yeah, nigga locked up now.
Black Party's number one goal is to unify behind a black agenda. That's it.
Diddy should have asked Jill Stein how this worked out. Jill Stein has been attacked, has been arrested. They talk about Jill Stein like a dog every election. You know why? Jill Stein is the Green Party leader. But because people believe that, bro, no Republican is voting for a Green Party leader, all you're doing is splitting a Democratic vote. And when you do that, they look at you as public enemy number one. When you're Diddy and you're talking about Our Black Party isn't taking votes from Republicans, bro. Our Black Party isn't taking votes from conservatives. Our Black Party is taking votes from the Democrats. So the Democrats is now looking at Diddy as public enemy number one, and he put that target on his back. It became huge. And Diddy, when you say things like, I'm putting my money behind it, hold on. The money that we help you make, the money that the secret society help you make, you mean these billions of dollars that we help you make? You're about to use your billions to go against our agenda for your people? You you must not know how this worked, bruh. Now, Diddy wasn't capping. I looked at our Black Party and where their money went and what they was lobbying. Again, it wasn't a ton of money, to be honest. All right, this never really took off. It never really got off the ground, because before it really got off the ground, they were already attacking Diddy and trying to put him in jail, bro. This wasn't some type of pipe dream. Diddy actually put around $200,000 into this. This is our Black Party PAC. Yeah, Diddy put about $200,000 into this. So this was something that he was actually taking pretty seriously. He really wanted to make a change. But the thing is, when you're trying to make a change, you have to be really careful to, one, your entire history has to be clean. You have to have a squeaky past. Because whatever is in your past, ask anybody who ever ran for president, bro. If it's in your past, it's coming out. In the case of Diddy, you trying to start a Black Party, to be like the Green Party, to like split the votes. People, even when Kanye West was trying to run for president, or when he ran for president, bro, Kanye West is somebody who was psychotic at the time, bro. Like, bro, he had no viable chance of winning. But people viewed Kanye West as a threat. And, bro, they were talking about Kanye West on CNN as if he was a dog, because they believed that Kanye West was going to split up the votes. They believed, we need every vote possible to beat Trump.
Hold up, let me ask you, what's the difference between vote or die Diddy and hold your vote Diddy? And what occurred between those two phases that made the change happen?
I went through the experience of politics. I played the game with the Democratic Party. The people that I went and campaigned for, after they got elected, I don't feel like they really did anything to change the reality of Black people. Like, I was blessed enough to find God come to me and tell me my purpose. And he told me my purpose is to play a part in saving the Black race. The Vote or Die Diddy was about politics and, trying to be supportive. And also, they kind of guilt us in the votings, But as I evolved, I realized this is a business. This is a transaction. This is the closest thing to the streets than the streets that I've seen.
That's why I don't think there's nothing wrong with asking these politicians for something for your vote.
Yeah, you can't keep on giving your power away for free. This is Black insanity. We keep on doing the same thing over and over, the same way, expecting a different result. Now we in a trick bag, as my mother would say. You know what I'm saying?
Explain that.
That's old Harlem hustler lingo, is when you're in a situation you're like in a catch-22. Between COVID hitting us and because we weren't organized for this election, we have no choice now to get Trump out of there. It's a shame, and it's our responsibility that we did not get anything out of putting Biden in the place he's in.
Hey, man. Black people be screaming, free Larry Hoover. They free Young Boy, then they free Larry Hoover. Matter of fact, those are our next topics.
After the primaries.
And we got to get to this, this shit right here. This sales guru shit. I want to see this.
They gave us Senator Harris as the VP. I mean, those are some of the things we were asking for. Black agenda could be way stronger. Way stronger. He said he put a Black woman on the Supreme Court. We don't even know if that's going to happen now.
This Diddy case was not a must prosecute. This was a case where they went out of their way. This was we could charge him with this, and this. This isn't we got to charge him with this, and this. We could, if we really frame this hard enough, we could possibly put this on him. And the reason why they were incentivized to do so, because Democrats at a local level is who are currently prosecuting Diddy. The reason why they did so, because Diddy was getting out of his britches, man. Right? Diddy was no longer trying to go along with what he'd been going along for, which is vote or die. Vote or die meant vote for the Democrats. At that time, it was for Obama. It was vote for Obama or die. To me, that's some Teflon stuff. That's crazy. That's some mafioso language right there, bro. And if those folks was moving like that, what do you think they would do to you once you start going against their agenda? Not good things at all. And we look and we see where Diddy is currently at, man. We see it. Yo, the problem with a lot of these people who...
All right, Flacco.
take your shirt off for a minute. You guys see yourself naked in the mirror every single day before you go out of the house? Okay, do you like how you look? We just go numb. We're just like, F it, man. I'm gonna wear a sweatshirt today. You don't wanna look like you look right now, do you? Okay, then fucking change it. And I started to fall in love with making others great. And so I just realized that, man, I need to build a really good army, a team, a tribe, a pack, whatever you call them. I need
Well, welcome to your new life, and also welcome to doing business with Andy Elliott.
Andy Elliott and his Elliott Group are founded on a cloud of suspicion for fraud, lies, deceit, and some of the worst actions ever perpetrated in the car business.
When the FBI comes in, they said, hey, who's in charge? It was me and 4 other people. It wasn't me. They were after this owner. Dude, I have already been tried to be killed many times.
I went back home, I called my boss from the fitness studio, I gave my 2 weeks. I put my head down, I grinded.
I was 19 years old and I did not like my life. But now I'm a coach, so I'm crushing, anywhere between 100 to 200 right now.
They're afraid that they're gonna lose their edge. We live out of madness.
But I was this skinny, I was weighing 145 pounds at the time. I went from being a drug addict for 16 years, losing myself. I was broke, lost, self, to now being Andy Elliott's top coach in his company, helping other people and clearing over 100K a month.
I did what I'm asking my clients to do now, and it would totally transform and change my life.
I hired the man, I gave him $50,000 motherfucking dollars. It was the worst business I have done.
You're a man under 40. There's a good chance that at some time your feed has been flooded with self-proclaimed gurus like Grant Cardone, Ty Lopez, Wes Watson, and Luke Belmar.
Johnny Walker. What do I do at duty free? Fucking Johnny Walker. That night, sipping the fucking Johnny Walker.
And it's no surprise that most of these guys have a course to sell, promising the secrets to their lifestyle of luxury cars, hot women, and private jets. But upon closer inspection, many of these gurus feel fake, fraudulent, or like something's just off. Today, we dive into one of the most controversial names in the sales guru and influencer landscape, Andy Elliott. Famous for his shirtless seminars and his military-style approach to sales training, he brands himself as the #1 sales trainer and business coach in the world. We take you a day inside his life, exploring his highly disciplined lifestyle, his cult-like sales team, and his shadowy past that includes people going to prison after a federal investigation. Some label him a con man that uses high-pressure sales tactics, while others say he is a great man that has genuinely changed their life for the better. Join me as we dig below the surface, and you can decide for yourself if Andy Elliott is the real deal or just another snake oil salesman influencer. Folks, before we dive into the wild world of Andy Elliott and sales gurus, there's first a subject I want to talk about that's very important. The 5 million users.
Hell yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I'm gonna learn how to be an alpha male. Asking people to take their shirt off.
Take your shirt off for a minute. Now I want you to write this down, discipline. Stand up, take your shirt off. I want you to do it in front of your friends. This isn't about making fun of him, because I can make all you can take your shirts off, and maybe 1 or 2 you look halfway decent. I want you to go home and look at yourself naked in the mirror. I just want you to do it. And I want you to own every little weakness you have.
So we're gonna dive into his life. He's a very interesting man, this Andy Elliott. So folks,
bro, that's not a bad thing though. What he's saying is real shit. Take off your shirt, look in the mirror. Are you happy with what you see? If you're not, you should want to work out. I ain't gonna lie. I'm starting to think like that lately. Like, it's like, bro, if you looking in the mirror and you like, yo, bro, I could be in shape. I could definitely be way more toned up. Start toning up. Start doing things that's gonna make you look better.
Buckle up and don't be a punk. Before you actually go any further in this video, give me 20.
I knew I was about to visit.
They got solar through this whole shit. Look at this shit. All solar. Solar panels through this whole shit. A smart way.
I knew I was about to visit a controversial man, and I thought chances were good that his charisma could be disarming. So I reminded myself to walk into his house with a kind heart but a healthy sense of skepticism.
Look at this guy. Mr. Andy Elliott. How you doing, brother?
How you guys doing?
Andy, first, I gotta ask you about your fashion choices, man. Tell me what we got going on right here.
We have a shirt on because it's cold, but normally it's shorts. That's my fashion choice.
Rate my fashion as a kind of alpha dresser.
Well, I'm not an alpha dresser.
No?
I just don't wear any clothes.
Would you ever join a nudist colony?
No.
Why not?
Because I think that's weird. So when we started our business, we basically sold everything. And my wife, we lived in Oklahoma, she drew on a napkin this house. She's like, we're gonna have a U-shaped house. We're gonna restart our life. We're gonna rebuild. And I envision it being like this, with a pool right down the middle. Worked our ass off and went and built it.
Nice to meet you too. You guys ready to rumble today or what?
Oh yeah, we're about to get, you're getting in the cold plunge. You're getting in the cold plunge with us. Yeah.
I brought a Speedo or something as close to it as I feel comfortable.
Yeah, Speedos are welcome here. So let's show us what you got.
These shorts are crazy work, brother. Those are awesome. This should be illegal in like 49 out of 50 states.
You got bigger legs than I thought. We're gonna say who's staying the longest.
Oh, I'm just doing a quick dip.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
This is what a cult leader does. They try and get you to do things, and I'm gonna resist the temptation.
Listen, have you ever read the book Tim Grover, Relentless? He said there was those that didn't want to get in the ice bath because they were scared.
This is amazing, brother. Ooh. What's your mentality on life?
I bet you these dudes do this shit damn near every day. That's why it's nothing to them.
Mr. Elliott.
You can have whatever you want and do whatever you want. You can hang out with whoever you want. You can have whatever kind of life you want. And I mean, dude, we're all so lucky to be alive, like at this time, this era. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, think about it. You have a business and can take care of your family, going around and documenting people because people want to watch other people live. Most people don't understand themselves. And so at 40 years old, I would realize I didn't like me. I wanted to have good intentions. I wanted to help people. My whole life I helped people make money, but I never really changed anyone's life. I just was such a freaking pushover. So my mom left when I was 2 years old. She's an alcoholic, crackhead, loser. She's a freaking loser, dude. I've tried to save her 5 times in my life. Every time she's shit back on me. And so I was raised by a father that was like, don't speak up. He was never home. It was kids raising kids. I mean, my sisters were having sex in elementary school. I mean, I remember coming home. I mean,
holy shit.
Well, no, but like when no parents are present,
things happen.
But I never thought about changing anyone's life until I was 40. I thought about making more money. At my first day on the car lot, I made $1,700. I never held more than $5 in my hand at one point. This was my way out. All I knew is that I had to be the best and I had to hit the numbers and I had to make sure that I was unreplaceable. Indispensable. Then I started to build others to be badasses. And I started to fall in love with making others great. You're pretty fucking ugly. I'm not that good looking of a guy. I'm a pretty ugly motherfucker. I get in good shape and it makes me better looking. When you start to see yourself differently in the mirror, you fucking want to become better. And so I just realized that, man, I need to build a really good army, a team, a tribe, a pack, you know, whatever you call them.
One of the things we're going to try and determine together in this episode is how to define Andy Elliott. Who is he really? Is he a cult leader who commands extreme loyalty and uses manipulation tactics? Or is he a great but controversial business leader who gets the best out of his people? Is he a scam artist with a history of fraud? Or is he a man who has learned from his past and become a top tier salesman and sales trainer? You guys tell me in the comments what you think the truth is about Andy.
Do you feel like you run a cult? Culture is, I mean, comes from cult, right? Mm-hmm. And so a culture of winners is dangerous. What kind of car do you drive?
Grand Cherokee at the moment.
Okay, what do you want? What kind of car do you want?
Damn, I drive a Grand Cherokee. What the fuck? Don't do that. Nigga, I drive a Grand Cherokee. What you mean?
Winners is dangerous. What kind of car do you drive?
Grand Cherokee at the moment.
Grand Cherokee at the moment.
Okay, what do you want? What kind of car?
I want an AMG 63 S, nigga! 20 motherfucking 5!
What do you want?
Range Rover would be cool.
Okay, write this down. Range Rover. And so I decided I'm going to
Nigga said, write this down. Range Rover. Yo, that's funny as hell. Hold on. Listen back.
Culture is, I mean, comes from cult, right? Mm-hmm. And so a culture of winners is dangerous. What kind of car do you drive?
Grand Cherokee at the moment.
Okay, what do you want? What kind of car do you want?
Range Rover would be cool.
Okay, write this down. Range Rover.
He said, write this down. Range Rover.
And so I decided I'm going to reprogram me like a freaking computer. So I started paying for training. I did what I'm asking my clients to do now, and it would totally transform and change my life.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. That's what they said. Write this down. Range Rover.
All right, guys, let's get cracking.
Let me pee. I'll be right back. I'll use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Come up, stand up straight.
I want to watch the video.
You're very intense about six-packs. It's a top priority.
If you don't have a six-pack, you don't work for us.
For all the people that say six-pack or you're fired, screw that guy, hey, screw you!
It's a standard.
What does a six-pack mean to you?
It just shows discipline.
I know some of your tactics have a little bit of humiliation mixed into them.
No. I know you're snacking. Well, squeeze your fat. And then I want you to pretend that you have whatever you want here, and I want you to take a bite. I'm gonna give Steve $10,000, okay? He can get a six-pack.
I'm not a fitness coach, right? I'm a business guy. The building block to success, if you were like, I wanna make money, is discipline. Every time I walk into anywhere, I will literally have hundreds of people walk up to me, and they say, dude, you changed my whole life.
Where you're comfortable in front of a stage with people, you're bringing a guy up to the front that's shaking in his boots, and now he's showing his fat belly to the audience. So I would be curious to hear
Write that down, Range Rover.
the stories afterwards. Like,
they come to me and they fall to their knees and they start bawling, and their wives call me and say, thank you for sending my husband back home. And they to success, if you were like, I want to make money, is discipline. Every time I walk into anywhere, I will literally have hundreds of people walk up to me and they say, dude, you changed my whole life.
where you're comfortable in front of a stage with people, you're bringing a guy up to the front that's shaking in his boots, and now he's showing his fucking fat belly to the audience. So I would be curious to hear the stories afterwards. Like,
they come to me and they fall to their knees and they start bawling, and their wives call me and say, thank you for sending my husband back home. Was it the easy wrestling coaches that let you get away with everything, the ones that made you the best?
the most difficult wrestling coach I had was the guy that changed my life.
Dude, that's what I say. So I tell people all the time, I'm like, dude, listen, you might hate me, you might not like me, but you're gonna get better. In my league where I lived in Oklahoma, I was making $2.5 million, and I quit my job. I had been in sales from 18 to 39 years old in the car dealerships.
I remember sitting there, dude, and this guy walks across the showroom floor. Probably kind of looked like Rafa or some shit, right? And I'm the old me. And I'm like, I remember saying, man, F that guy. I'm like, I bet he's broke, dude. I bet that guy drives a Ford Taurus. You know what I'm saying?
You're trying to think of the ways that you were better than him.
Dude, I'm so disgusted at myself. I'm turning it all on him. And I remember, and I stopped myself, and I was like, dude, I am a total piece of shit, dude. I was never gonna work for anyone else. I didn't want to work for anyone else. I didn't want to start this business. When I started listening to Tony Robbins, like for real, my mind started to run. I started to dream again. She supported me, she changed too, our kids changed, and we would step out and quit a 20-year job and start a new business, which is like, we're gonna teach people to sell.
So far, I found Andy to be a very interesting character, and it seemed to me like he had a genuinely good family environment at his house. He was very present, not on his phone at all, and was clearly a well-disciplined guy with how he ate and worked out. But now it was time to dive into his headquarters, the Elliott Army, and the things I'm going to be on the lookout for are high-pressure sales tactics and cult-like behavior. Here's what we found.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm taking some of these tips from some of these niggas because I'm in the sales world right now. I work in the sales world, so any sales tips I could take, I'm taking them.
If you don't say come on this other line right now, when you come out here, I'm gonna shave your head bald so you look like Andy Elliott's twin brother. Okay, he's laughing. Okay, cool. There's 3 times in your life. There's the day that you're born, the day that you die, and the day that your life changes forever. And today is the day that changes your life forever. So, well, welcome to your new life, and also welcome to doing business with Andy Elliott.
So there is like a slight bit of like, okay, we're definitely in a cult. But it could be a cool cult. That's what we're trying to discover.
What's up, buddy? How you doing? What's your name? Tommy. You're Tommy, man. Get over here, Tommy. We're looking for you, man. Yeah. Guys.
No one can work here unless I've changed their life inside of our coaching program.
To clarify what you just heard, one criteria Andy uses to hire is to only select from people that have paid for Andy's seminars or bought coaching lessons from him in the past. And to Andy, this ensures that his candidate is fully bought into his philosophy. Now, this could be looked at as an excellent vetting mechanism to build a good culture, or another warning sign of a cult, which is members having extreme loyalty and devotion to the leader.
Now, I have a lot of guys that are 7, 8, 9, 10 figure earners. They're big earners, but they operate from a state of madness. They're afraid that they're gonna lose their edge. We like live out of madness.
He's gonna experience team, he's gonna experience family. There's a lot of places that they have buildings, but they don't have the people. And what we have is we have the family, we have the people, and that's what really makes a building special. So let's get it! Let's get it!
I didn't bring any capris. Am I gonna fit in around here?
Yeah, I think you'll be fine, dude. Hey, we can tan you. We'll cut the shorts up a little bit. You'll be all right.
All of you are Team Elliott.
Yep.
How long you guys been here for?
I mean, we got guys from 5 years to guys that are, 2 years, 3 years. Like we've got guys from all around. Everybody came through. Yep, we got the Bible
You're
with
gonna
us.
go Old Testament or New Testament on me today?
Well, we're gonna deliver a speech to these business leaders today, but we're gonna start with God because that's our core value.
Do you think Jesus would have been good at cold calling?
I think Jesus would have been the best at cold calling, dude. He would have been the best at it, dude.
Marketing.
Yeah.
Show me the headquarters, man.
Let's go. I'll take you on a tour.
How many people work here?
We have 100 in-house, and then we have 50 virtual currently.
What is your average salesperson making?
I only have a few people in my company making less than 6 figures a year. The top people in my company making 7 figures a year.
I'm closing a big client.
Yeah.
Hey, 100 grand. Okay, boom. Yep, you good?
Yeah.
How much did I just make?
30 grand.
That is actually really good commission.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like you can hold Andy accountable?
100%.
We hold the whole world holds Andy accountable because he tells people all day long on social media, what he's doing, his fitness, his goals, his mindset, his marriage.
He's a leader that you could call him out.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, dude.
Things that are very sketchy in his past.
Yeah.
Snitching to the feds, turning his boss in, stuff like that. Like, did you guys ever talk to him about that later
Yeah,
today?
100%. Andy's owned it since day one. Come through, we'll show you the media side, and then
There's
we'll get
a strong emphasis on hospitality here. I think I've been asked at least 7 times if I need a water or energy drink.
We walked into so many different businesses over the years, and people it's just like the care factor.
Folks, a potential warning sign that you could be dealing with a cult is a tactic called love bombing. Groups will overwhelm newcomers with praise and celebration as a way to disarm them and build instant loyalty. And another thing you find as soon as you get to Elliott headquarters is the salespeople are trained to offer you a beverage incessantly. I mean, we were offered drinks enough times that all of us on the team agreed that it just felt a little weird. And for more context,
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. This is some shit right here. Niggas offered you beverages so many times that y'all start to look at each other like, yo, is they acting a little weird?
Before we flew to Arizona, Andy himself offered to get me a rental car or put me and my team up in a hotel, which I declined so I could enter his world as a neutral guest and not beholden to him. Because after all, part of Andy's sales playbook is the reciprocity principle, where he gives you a little thing like a water bottle, and in the end, he gets a big thing like the closing of the sale of a car. So the question going through my head at the time is, what is the difference between truly generous hospitality with well-trained salespeople versus love bombing, manipulating someone to get a desired outcome? I'm curious to hear your guys' opinions. Am I being overly cautious and even kind of a douche for not accepting Andy's hospitality? Or am I right to be on my guard?
Let's go, Eva.
So what just happened? What kind of deal did you just close?
Well, we're changing lives.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So a coaching deal.
100%.
What does this get you in commission, do you think?
Like $1,500?
That's what I'm talking about? Can we just get another deal? Okay, hold on 1 second.
So I had a wire that just got sent and it hit the bank account for 10 grand for one of our events.
Would you say you're one of the top guys in the company?
Oh yeah, absolutely, for sure. Mm-hmm.
You make 7 figures here.
I was this close last year, but this year I'll definitely hit it.
That's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
I had a salary job. I was really comfortable making maybe $3,000, almost $4,000 after tax per month. I just had a baby. I knew I was supposed to do more. I needed something more, not for myself, but for my family. So I bought a $600 course with Andy Elliott. It's called Blind Spot. It was the only $600 I had. I was so resistant to buy that course. Once I did, I studied.
Next thing you know, I maxed out my credit card to go to his first event that was in his living room of his house with 12 people. But Andy's like, hey son, you remind me of myself when I was growing up. So him and Jacqueline bought my plane flight ticket because I didn't have the money to. That's how my journey started with Andy.
I showed up to the seminar. I went back home. I called my boss from the fitness studio. I gave my 2 weeks. In September, I made $33,000. October, I made $53,000. And since then, my life has changed.
I was 19 years old and I did not like my life. That day, I bet on me and I came to my first Master Closer seminar with Andy over 4 years ago. I'm 23 now. I've totally transformed my own life and now I desire to bring that to other people.
I was born in Venezuela, came down to the States on a visa, expired, family, we were down here. illegal immigrant for about 20 years. Didn't come from money, and that's where he got me. I started messing out with drugs, got addicted at the age of 17, and that went on for like till I was 31, 16 years.
Actually, that was my first seminar with Andy and Jackie when they had it here in Arizona. But
I found a podcast between internet lawyer Rayz Muhammad, aka Beard Lawyer, and health expert Troy Casey, aka Certified Health Nut, who hired Andy's team to do his marketing and was not happy with the results. Here's what Certified Health Nut had to say.
So just to be clear, I did not hire Andy Elliott for sales training or any kind of coaching. And I think Andy Elliott's deceiving others that he can do certain things and he cannot. It was the worst business I have done. January, February is huge business for people in health and wellness. Yeah. It's new year, new you time. It was the worst January, February of my entire business. Results never lie. I hired the man. I gave him $50,000 motherfucking dollars.
I did further research and found Reddit threads and YouTube reviews talking about working with Andy. And what I saw was really mixed feedback. Some people thought the sales training wasn't worth a damn and relied on intimidating young and insecure salespeople, while others said that the Elliott Group was as legit as they come and that Andy treated them better than their own family. To me, it was striking to read a review hailing Andy Elliott as a life-changing mentor, and then in the next review, see him labeled as a predatory scam artist. And to me, seeing this only left me further confused about how I felt about Andy.
Well, so number one, super important, our kids, they all go to school here. Love you girls. There's Miss Debbie. She's their teacher. They're here every day. You guys eating healthy? Yeah. They're all here every day though. So that way, no matter what I'm doing, they're here.
Amazing.
All right, call your shot. How much you putting up today?
15 grand.
You for real?
Yeah, for real.
All right, you put up 15 grand. You 15 grand in house. You come see me. I'll give you 1,500 cash.
Deal. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay. Let's go, guys. Crank it up over here. Eva, come on.
Hi.
Come on.
Let's go.
Let's go. How many appointments you gonna set today? 20.
20.
How much we gonna put up today?
Well, we just locked up 75K, so.
Well, you're already 75.
Yeah.
Sean, what about you?
I'm gonna put up $5 grand today. Come on.
5 grand?
5 grand.
All right. Listen, you put up 5 grand. I got 500. You do 75. I got 1,500 for you.
Done deal. Easy.
Okay.
I'm gonna take your money.
What's up, baby?
What's up, Andy?
Yo, listen, I ain't gonna lie. This is the type of shit that get niggas pumped. This is the type of shit that get niggas like, nah, I'm selling. I'm getting shit off today. Nigga, he like, listen, you get this, I'm gonna give you that in cash.
You ready to take over the world?
Let's take over the world. Go psycho.
Hey.
That's what it's about.
That's my boy, baby.
That's what it's about.
Love you.
Look, he just told all these niggas, you get this, I got you. I'm gonna give you some cash. Not only are you gonna get this your commission, you're gonna get this cash right now.
So number one, super important, our kids, they all go to school here. They're here.
Look.
Amazing.
All right, call your shot. How much you putting up today?
15 grand.
You for real?
Yeah, for real.
All right, you put up 15 grand. You 15 grand in house. You come see me. I'll give you 1,500 cash.
Deal. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay. Let's go, guys. Crank it up over here. Let's
go.
Eva, come on.
Hi.
Come on.
Let's go.
Let's go. How many appointments you gonna set today? 20.
20.
How much we gonna put up today?
Well, we just locked up 75K, so.
Well, you're already 75.
Yeah.
Sean, what about you?
I'm gonna put up $5 grand today. Come on.
5 grand?
5 grand.
All right. Listen, you put up 5 grand. I got 500. You do 75. I got 1,500 for you.
Done deal. Easy.
Okay.
I'm gonna take your money.
What's up, baby?
What's up, Andy?
You ready to take over the world?
Let's take over the world. Go psycho.
Hey.
That's what it's about.
That's my boy, baby.
That's what it's about.
Love you. Is Nate our secret weapon?
Yes, I've been talking to him, like getting together.
It's my boy. Let's go. So basically, number one, right? Everybody's got to have a goal. That's the most important thing. Someone's going to have to keep everybody on their toes nonstop. I didn't have this meeting this morning. My team had this meeting. What do you see right here, right? You see them talking about cold leads, warm leads, right? You talk about wealth, health, relationships. How do they help? This right here, this thing, this is the team getting in here every morning without me, going through the battle plan of like how to be great. Every day around 1, 2 o'clock, I have everybody get off the phones and have everybody come down here and they grind. And as you can see, I will outwork everybody. Hard work is so important. Nobody's gonna build anything without working hard.
This place is a hero-making machine.
Before Andy Elliott became a high-energy sales guru, he was selling cars at the Big Red dealerships in Norman, Oklahoma. This dealership targeted low-credit customers, people who couldn't qualify for financing at typical places. So to get them approved, a series of illegal schemes were put into play, bribing credit union employees, creating fake pawn shops, and inventing fake jobs for unemployed buyers just to push the loans through. This operation was eventually exposed, and it led to the conviction of 3 dealership executives. Andy admitted under oath his own role in the fraud and avoided prosecution by cooperating with federal investigators. And according to his own testimony, Big Red was a dealership where ethics took a back seat. Andy and his co-workers faked insurance letters, faked down payments, ran out employees that they deemed to be too ethical, and even role-played what to say if the feds came knocking. So with Andy accumulating a lot of influence and being a guy that talks about integrity being everything, I thought it was only fair to ask him about this chapter from his past. You said you almost went to prison. Tell me about that.
From the time I was 18 years old to the time I was 32 years old, I worked for good credit company. That was the way I worked my whole life. I didn't work payments all the time with people. But then I had this this owner of this company that goes, dude, I need you in my store. By the way, it's a special finance store now. Good credit, no credit, bad credit, repo, bankruptcy, divorce, you're approved. These people have 0 down payment. In the beginning, day one, it's like, hey, this guy's approved. I submit it over to the bank and it says they need $1,000 down. And I'm like, hey, Mr. Customer, I need $1,000 down. And he's like, I don't have it. They're like, oh, don't worry about it. Basically, we're just gonna put $1,000 down on the contract. It's very simple. We're gonna tell the customers if the bank asks, you put $1,000 down. Now, we're gonna deduct that $1,000 that you didn't put down off the sell price. So actually you end up paying less money, it's fine.
So you guys kind of fake down payments?
Yeah, well, in the special finance subprime game, faking the down payment was almost everywhere.
Do you feel like it was prevalent in a lot of car dealerships?
Yes.
What did you feel doing that in your own head? Because I know a topic you mentioned a lot is integrity.
Yeah, well, honestly, at this point, okay, integrity has always been important to me, but it wasn't that at this time in my point I was self-developing and my number one standard was integrity. My number one standard was selling cars, making money, and trying to figure out how to hit that damn quota they put on me.
I think you've built a really good culture here. I'm just trying to balance who was this Andy guy before the transformation.
Yeah, so this Andy guy's intentions, honestly, were good. I never hurt anybody. I never took advantage of anyone that I felt like.
I think you said something along the lines that if you found guys with good ethics, you'd run them out of the business. That to me was like, wow, I can understand forging a few loans, getting the guy's car.
But I don't know where that was said.
Wasn't that in legal documents?
It was in a affidavit.
Yeah, but you'd have to show it to me. I am not that guy anymore, and that guy died.
And what was the transformation moment?
In 2020.
With your wife.
Yeah.
And love him.
FBI comes in, and the owner.
Into the dealership?
Yeah, it wasn't me. It was like, we're going to get Andy Elliott. They were after this owner.
What was it like when the FBI came in?
I mean, it's just like, what the hell's going on?
Was your mind kind of blown?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's mind blown.
How long did you work for?
5 years.
What made you not get up and pack your bags at some point?
Making too much money. Just total transparency. I see so many people stay in jobs because they're making too much money, and that's why you hear us talk about the golden handcuff syndrome all the time. I was handcuffed to more money than I ever made, and I just knew I couldn't make the same money anywhere else.
Because one of the things that I think is really powerful about your brand right now is personal accountability. What about back then, if you're looking yourself in the mirror and telling yourself the hard truth, like what would it be that you would condemn yourself the most for or change the most about actions that you did in that period?
Well, number one, my wife, anybody's watching this, when your wife says don't do it, she's not nagging you. She's not being a bitch. She's protecting you.
Yeah.
You know what I told her, which I own this now and I'm past it, but I said, babe, stop nagging me. Stop nagging me. And you know what she did? She quit nagging me. Be really careful you don't shut up. Tell them enough and you hurt them enough, they'll shut up. And so like that really breaks my heart that I shut up, my greatest best friend, weapon, everything. So I would say, number one, never make decisions based off money. Don't do it. And don't run with the wrong people. Because if you run with the wrong people, you're gonna do the wrong shit. And by the way, if you're favored by God, which I believe, I am favored by God, I am also favored by the devil. It's like if you put me on the right path, dude, I will go mow down darkness. But if you put me on the wrong path, I'll go mow down the light.
You could be dangerously good or dangerously bad.
Yeah, it's like
that tiger in you. There's two narratives going through my head right now. I mean, Andy's on stage right now. In about 30 minutes, he's going to close these people at high ticket deals. I think like 75 or 100 grand to be part of a bigger coaching program. You talk to a lot of the employees. On one end, I'm like, holy shit, the culture here is contagious. Everyone is like fit, happy, gung-ho, super high enthusiasm and energy. Like, what more could you ask from a sales team or a company culture? And on the other end, it's kind of like the movie Get Out, where everyone's like, yeah, I'm really happy here. And Andy, yeah, he told me everything. And yeah, all my answers come from Andy. Yeah, just like Andy is kind of this religious figure in a way. I think this is the thing where you define between like a great coach or a cult leader. And only time will tell. We've spent one
Yeah, Tommy definitely a good interviewer.
day with the crew. Like in 10 years, these people might be the most successful people ever. In 10 years, there might be an FBI investigation into this place. Who knows? What do you think, Miguel, so far?
I honestly think he's a good guy, and I think he actually has really good morals, but I do think there's something weird in the air in there.
Just the probability of within a 2-3 minute span, 4 people closing a deal seems highly unlikely, but it could be true. I mean, that's the other thing. Like, if there's a lot of momentum in the building, things are happening. Like, I don't want to be a hater because the culture is so good and just like be like, oh, there's no way someone could be that happy. For people getting in shape, changing their life, making more money, being close to their family, how can you get upset about that? But still, there's something just a little bit off, maybe. Why don't you just do your own bid for what you did and roll with it? You did it, why did you talk?
The guy that I worked for was a piece of shit. This guy's a loser.
You were hustling deals in through, though. You knew you were doing that.
No. I was working in the company and doing what everybody was doing. My wife said, don't go work for this man. He's a piece of shit. I go work for the man. Everything that we were taught in that company was wrong. When the FBI comes in, they said, hey, who's in charge? It was me and 4 other people.
Did any of those other 4 go to prison?
All of them get called into a meeting with the owner. And the owner goes, if you don't lie, I'm gonna kill you. Dude, I have already been tried to be killed many times.
You have?
Yeah. So you know what I did? I went home and talked to my wife. And you know what I told her? Exactly what just happened. And you know what she said? Fucking tell the truth. If you go to jail for 10 years, I will be here waiting. But if you fucking lie, okay? The rest of the people all decided to lie. All those other people planned and planned and planned. Have you ever seen a movie how they're all like lying and the feds are coming against them? They're like, we got to stick together, and they can't. What happens in the end?
There's a crack in the case.
They all turn on each other, don't they? They said, oh, we found these secret fake emails that Andy was like sleeping with like one of the girls or something, right? And that girl mysteriously disappeared. So nobody could talk to her.
Meaning she was a real person, but then she couldn't be found anymore?
Yep. That started a war between all the liars. They all went to prison.
One of Andy's great skills is his ability to close on high-ticket sales. For the last 2 days, he has hosted business owners who paid a few $1,000s for a seminar, and for the grand finale of this seminar, he mounts the stage for a 3.5-hour speech that culminates in him closing these business owners for an even higher ticket coaching package worth tens of thousands of dollars. Here's a few moments from that pitch.
I'm going to go through these slides because these things that I'm going to go over with you, by the way, it's not a slide, it's your belief system you have to live by. This right here, there is one skill that every one of you has to learn, how to influence. Build a fully optimized, you know what I think of optimized? Maxed out, sharp as hell. You're the fastest, you're the best. Scalable business that can run and grow, everybody say without. How you do the little things is how you do the big things. Does that make sense? Yeah. Listen, if I look up to you, I'm not really looking for all the big things that you do. I'm kind of looking for the little things that you do. When you don't grow, you die. It's grow or die. If we can run to 100 million in 4 to 5 years, there's no reason that everyone else in this entire room can't do it. If you do this, here's the deal. I'm going to do my part, but you guys have to do your part. Does that make sense? So I'll make a deal with you. Me and Jackie will do a one-on-one with everybody in this room that does it, and that way we get an opportunity to know you guys before we coach you hard this next year. Almost every person that trains with me are high-ticket closers. So, who in here is going to do this? Can you raise your hand so I can see you? If you're going to do this, come up here with me, okay? And by the way, listen, everybody give it up for everybody in here who's going to do this next year. Okay? I love you guys.
Andy goes in for the finish, and he probably closed at least half the room with a coaching package that, if my math is correct, resulted in at least $500,000 of revenue for him, which, as a former salesperson myself, those numbers are pretty crazy. Just had a long day. Hustled to you from the morning to night. What's going through your head right now? What do you want to leave the people with?
Number one, I've watched this guy, a lot of your videos. Incredible.
Thank you.
Just like when you meet me, sometimes, you know, you're trying to pick, you know, like what's going on, how does this guy live, what does he do? You said something, you said you want to be around good people and you want to do good work in whatever you do, right? You want to love your life. Meeting him, he's awesome. A lot of people told me, they're like, dude, Tommy G, you got to be careful, don't let him come out. He's going to try to pick your company apart. And you know what I said? I said, dude, listen to me. The greatest thing that anyone could show me is things that I could do better. I'm a coach, I coach people for a living, I take criticism for a living. Anything that you've seen that I can do better, right? Or anything that, as I watch this video, as I go through it, I'm gonna learn a lot watching your documentary. It's gonna help me, okay?
Especially how you choose to wear your shorts, that'd be my main objection.
It wouldn't surprise me if Tommy G in a couple months is like, babe, can you get me some shorter shorts? I just feel like they're too long. Your culture you've built, awesome. Thank you. You're a good dude, you have a great heart, you're a great family guy. A lot of the times you talk about other people, they may never talk about you, but you're a really good man.
Thank you.
I just want to say it's awesome.
I appreciate that.
We respect people that are changing the world. But end of the day, we started with the cold plunge this morning. That was cool. Did a workout, ate some breakfast, got in the hot tub. You came up, met some people on our team. You see what sales centers look like.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for the hospitality.
Yes.
Your team's been wonderful. Your steak tacos are good.
Yes.
And we're very happy we did this. Andy Elliott. Honestly, a fascinating guy that I'm still figuring out. And I can say 100% that I walked away really impressed with many things about Andy. His discipline, how much he cared for his family, his ability to create a very loyal team, just to name a few. However, I felt it absolutely necessary to push him on his past because years of committing fraud is a serious question mark, particularly for someone positioning themselves as a leader and moral compass for business owners. I also totally believe in giving people second chances. After all, one of my best friends on earth is a former bank robber, and he's one of the greatest guys I know. So if what Andy does now is help people get in better shape, make more money, and take more responsibility, even if his methods are controversial, I believe that's a big net positive, and I'm rooting for this guy. But only time will tell what comes of Andy's journey, and I predict it will be an extreme outcome either way. And folks, you can bet that I'll be watching to see how his story unfolds. Thank you, and see you next week.
Nah, this is a dope video. Shout out to this dude, man, Andy. I ain't gonna lie, that's Andy Elliott. Shout out to him, man. He seemed like he got the method. I fuck with that. All right, let's see what's going on, man. Donald Trump pardoning NBA YoungBoy and commuting Larry Hoover's sentence. Larry Hoover, excuse me.
Today, President Donald Trump has the hip-hop community talking after he has pardoned NBA YoungBoy and commuted the sentence of Larry Hoover, all right? Now, a lot of different conversations going on. Some people are skeptical, some people are happy. You got all that going on, but let's get to it. So, like I said, he announced the pardon for NBA YoungBoy and also Larry Hoover got his sentence commuted. People are saying he was pardoned. No, he was not pardoned. His sentence was commuted. Here goes a list right here put out with all the pardons. It says, John G. Rowland, former governor of Connecticut. Kentrell Golding, that is NBA YoungBoy. Michael Grimm from former New York Rep. Kevin Eric Baisden. Mark C. Bashaw. Todd and Julie Chrisley. I believe these are reality TV folks. Yeah, Tanner Mansell and John Moore. And the commutations, that is Michael Harris and Larry Hoover. Now, since then, NBA YoungBoy has put out this right here saying, I want to thank President Trump for granting me a pardon and giving me the opportunity to keep building as a man, as a father, and as an artist. This moment means a lot. It opens the door to a future I've worked hard for, and I am fully prepared to step into this. Big thanks to the pardon czar, Miss Alice Mary Johnson, for fighting for second chances for so many people, and to my lawyer, Brittany K. Barnett, for being in my corner in all your hard work to make this possible. And thank you to everyone who believed in me. I'm grateful, I'm focused, I'm ready, Kentrell. Now, we got DJ Academics who's taking credit without taking credit, a little bit of the both, but he's saying shit like this, man. All the bum ass hip hop outlets who got mad I signed a multi-million-dollar contract with Rumble. Without that, I don't sit with the president's son, who was in the middle of a campaign for the second term of presidency. I made it clear we gave a funk about these issues. Happy for YB. I don't claim credit, but I tried to use my voice and my platform for awareness. Now peep this when he was talking to Donald Trump Jr. about NBA YoungBoy situation.
A lot of people are asking, there's a guy who's a beloved
You know, he's just a misunderstood guy, actually. His name is NBA Youngboy. Okay. He's been on federal house arrest. He lives in Utah. He was on federal house arrest for like 2.5 years, which to me just sounds wrong. Like if
for what?
For gun possession. He basically shot a music video. They believe that they got a call that, hey, there were guys on a block that were shooting a video and they saw weapons. They pulled up.
So they don't even know?
Well, the police showed up. No one was there. They grabbed one guy who happened to be his cameraman, and because he's a big name, they seen him on camera holding what they believe is a weapon, and they're like, well, we're going to give you charges for that. So he has federal charges for that.
But it could have been a prop. They don't even know?
It could have been a prop. And they've been arguing, hey, this is a prop. That's their actual argument in court. He's been sitting on federal house arrest for 2.5 years. And, you know, he got picked up today. Something happened at his house, I guess. You know, they raided it and they picked him up. And now everyone's saying, you got to ask Donald Trump Jr., if Trump gets back in office and this guy's locked up, we got to throw him to the top of the party.
Okay, see, I heard that. What y'all think about that? Huh? Now, in regards to the situation with Larry Hoover, we got Jay Prince speaking now. So he says this right here. Thank you to the president and the angel from heaven, my sister, Alice Marie Free, for allowing the creator to work through you. We're deeply grateful to the president for doing what no other president would, freeing and pardoning my brother, Larry Hoover. In his own words, never stop swinging. To my brother, Justin A. Moore, Dubin Josh, and everyone who contributed to this journey, thank you. I appreciate you all more than words can express, all right? So some folks keep saying he's free. Technically, I don't think he's free. Reason being is because he's currently serving a 200-year sentence on state charges, all right? He has a state sentence for 200 years. Right now, he's serving time in Colorado for the federal charges, but more than likely, he's going to be sent to Illinois to serve for those state charges, man. 200 years, man. The federal sentence he had was for 6 life sentences, 6 life terms. That's insane. But we shall see how things move forward, all right? Now, in the past, these folks had an interview with Larry Hoover saying that, you know, what he would do if he was free and how he could help the situation in Chicago some type of way.
With breaking news, he was once one of the most notorious gangsters in Chicago. Tonight, President Trump is commuting the federal sentence of Gangster Disciples co-founder Larry Hoover.
Suzanne Lemonnier is in our newsroom. Suzanne, this move doesn't mean he'll be getting out of prison.
Erica Joe, legal experts see this as a potential hollow victory. Now, while Hoover may be released from federal prison, he still has a 200-year state sentence for which a parole board has already denied early release. In 1993, Hoover spoke to former CBS News Chicago reporter John Davis, and at that time, Hoover was 42 years old and had already served 20 years in prison.
I've done my time. I paid my debt to society.
That was Larry Hoover, more than 3 decades ago. At that time, the leader of the Gangster Disciples and convicted murderer told our John Davis he had a lot of time to think about ways to stop the gang violence on the streets of Chicago.
One teenager don't like the other teenager because the way he wears his hat, because his ideology is different from his. A disciple don't like a vice lord. We all black people. It's no different.
At that time, Hoover, also known as King Larry, admitted being part of a fragile gang truce in the city and organizing a protest over plans to close healthcare clinics in African American neighborhoods. Ron Safer, the lead prosecutor in Hoover's federal trial, reacts to news Hoover's life sentence has been commuted by President Trump.
I was disappointed. I do not think that this is an appropriate end to the Larry Hoover story, at least the federal part of it.
Safer says Hoover was perhaps the most notorious criminal the state of Illinois has ever known.
He was convicted of running a continuing criminal enterprise that had approximately 30,000 members across 28 states, selling over $100 million worth of drugs in the state of Illinois alone each year. And he ran that entire operation with ruthless efficiency from prison, where he was serving a state sentence for double murder.
Safer also told us about Hoover being recorded, saying teenagers needed to sell drugs for his criminal organization. The recording was made a year after the Gangster Disciple leader was interviewed on CBS Chicago.
There was another tape where Larry Hoover said, you have to share your drugs with these children. And I'm talking about 12 years old, 13 years old, 14 years old, so that they can sell it and they can have something. And he said, make them know that with you, they are somebody. And without you, they are nobody.
Meantime, short.
I mean, when you put it that way, what y'all think about this shit, bro? You know, what y'all think about this shit? I know a lot of people gonna be like championing this move, like, oh, he done let the gangsters free. It's not a win for the black community at all. As you heard, the man poisoned the community and also poisoned the Jets too. There's a lot of killing going on in his name or against his name, you know. But it will be a lot of folks praising this shit. It is what it is, man. If you know better, you do better, though. Let's tap in with some folks from Chicago. So Chicago Wave is sharing some people's reactions. Shout out to Chicago Wave. He has Ruger speaking, saying Trump done freed Larry. I know what I know, manifestation. King Yella reacts right here.
Hey, Trump, you a real one, man. You a real one on my soul. Hey, Larry free. Ain't no more free Larry. Y'all know what the fuck going on. Been all these years, man. God is good, man. Larry home on GDN.
Yeah, he ain't home yet. He should be coming home. We'll see.
Trump just freed Larry. Fuck is wrong with you?
Chance the Rapper says this right here.
Hey, before I let y'all politicize this or memify this, I just gotta say I am glad that Larry Hoover's home. And I gotta remind y'all that he was a political prisoner that was set up by the federal government, that he created the what was it, Chicago Votes. He did so many things to really mobilize our people, and he was really targeted for that shit. And so before niggas get to cooning or doing whatever they finna do with this information, I just want to say I'm so glad that he's home, and God bless his family, and yeah, thank God.
He's not home. Okay. Now, Billionaire Black for Chicago also said this right here. He's the only person that pretty much got it right.
All y'all ass burned. But don't say he pardoned him. Read the fine print. You retarded ass folks. Free the old man though. Oh yeah.
All right, man. Yeah, so yeah, that's what bro gotta say. Now y'all boy Kanye West, now known as unfortunately just Ye, he says thank you for helping to bring Larry Hoover home. Words can't express my gratitude for our devoted, enduring president Donald Trump for freeing Larry Hoover. All right, so I wonder what he gonna say when he finds out that he's not free. Now let's get to some of the social commentary that's on social media. In reactions to NBA YoungBoy being free, says he going after a certain demo hard, and I fear it may work really well. Dude says it's working already, but it's surprisingly a lady. Saying, MAGA, I can get with President Trump if he continues this. Congrats NBA YoungBoy. I know Boosie expecting his pardon sooner rather than later now. Let's go Baton Rouge. This person says Trump helps his friends, period. Someone who has supported him publicly asked for his help and he granted their request. This is not about Trump trying to win over the black community. This is about how the people with access to the president are advocating for people like Larry and YoungBoy. I think it's something to that. It's something to that for sure, for sure. This person says this is cheap pandering. This is a writer for Rolling Stone. He said this is cheap pandering for black voters pre-midterm elections. Hoover still has to finish his 200-year state sentence in Illinois. Seems unlikely he's pardoned from that, which means it's unlikely he's coming home. Trump just did this to win favor from people who don't think critically. It's insulting that with everything black people demand of this country politically, Trump fixates on doing something sensational with celebrities and public figures to try to steal votes. And it's sadder that it tends to work with a certain segment of people. Again, he pardons a famous rapper in a cheap appeal to black voters pre-midterms, while his fastest agenda sustains the perilous
Alright, a bunch of comments being read. Shout out to my nigga Stacy though. YouTuber with 17 million subs tries to escape cops. He probably gonna get to that another time. I'm about to get a both of nasty. It's pretty late. I'm about to get a ball to Nasty, my boy. Appreciate everybody that tapped in, man. Hope y'all enjoyed the stream. I enjoyed tapping in with y'all, of course. I'm tired.